Welcome in to the MJ38 show, episode 14. It's a whole fortnight's worth of episodes.
Fortnite.
14th episode. Welcome in. The waters are warm. Hopefully your day's going incredibly well. We're chilling. We're
Top
having a good
5
day.
day.
Having a great life right now.
Don't be afraid to ask for the perfect day.
Yeah, hopefully your existence is going smoothly. And if it's not, then iron out the wrinkles. Just iron it out.
You'll be back. You'll be right back on top of that wave.
You'll reach a stasis. We're chilling in one right now. Welcome in. How you doing? How's your day doing, bro?
It's been good. Today we went to church. Sunday, church.
Yeah, Sunday,
day.
right.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Yes. So contextually, I love church, and I'm not working today, so that was super nice to just go to church, and then I got a workout in.
Sundays is so nice.
Whew. If you're working on a Sunday, though, that's what I'm talking about. Hold it down.
More power to you.
Appreciate you.
The clock never stops. Money don't sleep.
Never stops.
I understand the hustle. But
yes.
I really appreciate a Sunday off.
It's nice.
If I get one day to choose.
Sunday has its own energy.
Sunday's nice.
Sunday's like, I feel, in my opinion, a more still day. You can kind of enjoy the lighter vibes a little bit more. Like the chaos is a little bit more at bay on Sunday.
Something's in the air on a Sunday.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's nice.
Good Sunday.
I got real violent with my good friend Julian in the gym.
Nice.
Just like
salted, some bench press. Some shoulders.
Shoulder press
there
for sure. Go. Standing overhead shoulder press. We went bananas.
Crime scene.
Yeah. It was crazy because there was a couple reps in there where it's like I'm going over my head and he can't really spot me, right? It's a hard spot with the overhead shoulder press, and I want to sell out for the rep. Like I kind of lose my vision a little bit. I'm like,
seeing stars.
Yeah, I don't want to scream in your ears or anything, but like just imagine a full force massive GER, and I kind of have to like get out of my body to finish the rep. But yeah, we were finishing reps. We did it all. We failed on the failure set, so like I got 19 out of 20 on my drop set, and I was like, "Whoa, nice. That's about fucking perfect,"
Let's go. Yes, bro. Pushing the failure is important. Yeah, always close to it,
And then we fueled up, had a nice sandwich, came over to my best friend's house, and man, can't ask for a better life, What else would you want?
Life's good.
Yeah.
LG, bro.
LG.
Yeah, life's been going well. We had a good little Sunday. Been just kind of cleaning up, been taking the dog out on a walk in the mornings. That's been a whole nice addition to the routine.
Yeah.
It's tight.
Yeah.
It's been like, I would say probably a good like 10 plus days now, maybe almost 2 weeks.
I've noticed a sparkle in your eye every time you talk about this, these walks you go on with Moby.
Start to the day.
Dive into that. What is it about that you I can tell you really appreciate it. Like, what is it about it that does that for you?
I think it's multifaceted. I think it's like the relationship with the dog is also like heightened throughout it. So that's like one aspect. And then also alternatively, it's like just good for me, I think, as a person to get out into the open air and into like the direct sunlight, like really, really quick upon waking. I try to get it like as soon as I wake up, more or less.
Just like scientifically.
Real quick. Yeah.
Good for your system and stuff.
Biochemical level.
Yeah. Okay, tight.
Yeah, something's going on with
You're
that.
noticing like changes or what?
I don't know. Maybe just like an overall lightened mood.
Results, I guess, is a better word.
I guess so. I think it's maybe not like noticed like anything crazy, but definitely like a slight tangible increase in just like I enjoy that part of my morning when I wake up. Like just to start your day with like something you look forward to, like immediately.
It's also a pocket of time.
Good kickstart.
A lot of things going on there.
Yeah.
Something to get out of bed for, which is tight, right? And then just a pocket of time for yourself is really nice. Like there's drives that I just really appreciate because like everything's okay. Like I'm in like a safe place, and in this moment, like it's just a pocket of time for me to like enjoy the vibe or whatever. You know?
Yeah, it's nice. And yeah, it's awesome because Cosmo has been like noticeably, I think he's becoming aware. Like after about like maybe a week or so of doing it consistently, like every morning, he was like anticipating, like trying to get up with me around the time I was trying to get up, or like go and check the bed and see if I was up yet. And then if I wasn't, he would like dip, and then he would come back.
That's just
like ready. He's like, yes. Like I go and grab his poop bags, and he's like, oh yeah, here we go.
Your like animal tamer stat is like getting power trained right now. You opened a new way to have a better relationship with your dog.
Yeah, he loves it.
That's tight.
He loves it.
It's funny you love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
Are you walking that dog or is that dog walking you?
A little bit of both. I am picking up his shit.
It's just cool because like, man,
I'm examining his shit. I'm like, oh, nice, healthy poop. Good job. Way to be. Dude, you got him some good food.
You've really been in your bag lately. It's a nice job.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, when you just see someone like talk about golf, or like someone has like a good book, or like you just see like I see that you're like
Genuine excitement.
Yeah, you're like, I've been walking my dog a lot. Like, man, it's fucking tight, bro. Like, I'm like, what? Like,
I'm getting in there, dog.
yeah, right. And I just wanted to. Yeah, it's so cool, man. It's such a one thing that's nice about it is like it's a simple thing, and also it's like maybe you could consider that like a chore, and then also it's annoying to get out of bed. It's like hot outside. Like part of that entropy monster says like, I'm not trying to do all that.
Yeah,
and like
you don't want to get out of bed necessarily.
Right. But no, you like kind of like, I don't know, man. It's like nice and simple, and then you kind of like, it's like 10 birds, 1 stone, and this really simple thing, and it makes you happy. Like, that's tight, bro. You know?
Yeah, it's nice. It's been awesome. So if you have a dog, just whenever you wake up, just walk them outside. They'll love that shit, and then it might grow on you. Man. But I don't know. I haven't really encountered like a rainy day yet, so it's gonna be a bitch. Sorry, Moby, in advance. If it's raining, I'm sorry, dog.
We're gonna find out what you guys.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. How do you guys handle rain?
Yeah.
That's tight.
But yeah, it's been good. Just doing that, cleaning up, having a good Sunday.
Yeah, it was reciprocally like Sunday was good for you. You had a good day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Going to church, always a good day. Then Costco, always a good day.
Oh,
you gotta love Costco, man.
Costco Sunday Costco.
Maybe not every Sunday, but almost every weekend. We've been going for the last couple weekends.
It's nice when it lines up.
Just hitting on the samples. Getting $1.50 hot dog with a soda.
That hot dog slaps.
You can't beat it.
I probably won't.
You can't beat it. They lose money on it. For your benefit.
This is
they fuck with you.
Enjoy this, dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They ain't making money on that.
If I'm not in like a baseball park, I probably won't buy a hot dog. Like, I can't name another place like except for at a sports game where I'll eat it, or like, you know, someone made hot dogs. I'll eat them. Mm-hmm. But like, as far as I'm gonna spend money on a hot dog, like Costco's the only place, and it's always a good decision. It always slaps.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always a good choice. I think $1.50 for a hot dog and a drink.
Costco's
they haven't changed those prices in like, I think the lore is like they haven't changed that price in about 15 years or something like that. It's a good amount of time. They're like, nah, bro, we're staying true.
We appreciate loyalty. That's cool.
Yeah, we appreciate the customers.
Yeah. I wonder, I mean...
If you've never been to Costco, it's just like a wholesale. They have a whole bunch of shit. A whole bunch of bulk items.
It's much bigger than that. Okay.
A whole bunch of bulk items and samples and a great little cafe.
Let me spill you. Let me spill you Costco, okay?
Spiel it.
You walk in, the AC, bang. Puts you in another dimension, okay? You're no longer dying like you were 30 seconds ago.
Comforted with
You're automatically welcomed by someone who's making sure that you're supposed to be there, okay? Mm-hmm. So they're like, hold on.
Costco
Show me some
police.
identification. Of course. And then by the time you're walking through, they're going to show you, like, what do you want, a new TV? Here's the biggest TV you could get. Well, you got the latest iPhone, iPod, like, camera. You get any of that? We'll get you good to the gills.
We got you.
You get to that checkpoint because hopefully you've got an inventory, because if not, this place is going to ruin you.
It's going to kill you. If you're not careful, you might spend $1,000 very easily at Costco.
Gone. Dude, they've got like couches. They've got a whole clothing section. They've got like wine.
Crazy liquor and wine. And everything's like in bulk. So it's like, beer, you'd be dumb not to buy it. It's like, they're literally like, here's 3 times as much for like, I don't know, 133% of the price. And it makes no sense sometimes. And then they get you because that's how you end up spending a couple $1,000s. But it's cool because like it's a whole experience. Just going into a store that sells you all these different things in this like gargantuan way. And like just the way it's so relaxing. And like not only is the store big, but all the sizes of like the quantities are massive. And they're giving you a lot of free stuff the whole time. Like, oh yeah, the samples are great.
Samples are crazy. The hot dogs, it's like they're giving you hot dogs basically. Like I don't know. It's the way. So there's something to that makes like going to Costco more than just like going to H-E-B.
To a grocery store.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. It's a whole experience.
I don't even go there very often, but just what they've done as a business to like create that experience is tight. That's like part of what their whole thing is, right?
Yeah, it's like a hospitality-driven kind of business. I think we're kind of a hospitality economy is what like we're kind of learning in our restauranting classes here. Or not classes, but, you know, in our learning time. I'm reading this, or no, we're not reading, but we're listening to a book, Unreasonable Hospitality, I think is what it's called, by Will Guidara. And he's a guy who I want to say, I don't think he's the owner. Maybe he's the owner. But either way, he runs and like operates the 11 Madison Park. It's a restaurant in New York. Like crazy, like Michelin star, James Beard kind of shit. Like #1 restaurant in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like pedigree.
Heard.
He's the guy.
Tight.
And yeah, he's like, I guess, yeah, I guess, so what does it take to develop the mentality of hospitality to the degree that you're the best at it in the world? And like, he's looking at life through that lens and like trying to, and like his book is about that, he's like, come up within that. It's tight. It's really cool.
That's hard. What's that book called?
Unreasonable Hospitality.
Okay, I'm in there.
So yeah, Costco is kind of like incorporating some of that, I guess, within like their experience, like the whole go to the store experience. Like, yeah, because we go there, we go get samples, we get what we needed to get. Sometimes we get like we do a whole trip, like a whole bunch of sheesh, and then sometimes we'll just go get like a couple things. But either way, like the experience is like, yeah, the same. We come in, like all the crazy cool stuff's up front, and then go get samples, get your things, go to the little cafe. They have like chicken bakes, hot dogs, pizza by the slice, pizza like 18-inch pizzas.
It slaps. It's like good
mocha
shit.
freezes, ice cream sundaes.
Nothing but slaps.
Cheap. You can get out of there for like $10-15. Nice little lunch.
They could probably sell you this book as well too. They sell books. They sell fucking everything.
Yeah, they got books. They got like a whole bunch of not coupons, like gift cards. Like you spend like $80 and you get two $50 gift cards to whatever
And
steakhouse.
That's another thing that they do is like you'd be dumb not to shop there because it's like 3 times the quantity should cost 3 times the money, but they do it for like because they sell it wholesale.
Mm-hmm.
So they create this pressure where like if you're doing your budget well and like you actually care about your accounting, if you're not like reeing up at Costco with like your big grocery trip, then you're like wasting money to a degree. Then you also have to use your inventory properly, or they like you waste stuff because you have 3 jars of mayonnaise in your fridge. So like it's just a crazy thing, like to have that grip on like the perception of the way that we spend money on groceries.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that I like about it is like Buc-ee's is fucking super popular too. And they're on the same concept. Just like
Speaking of huge shit with awesome experiences for the customer.
Right.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is it Texas only? Right?
It was. I think they're trying to put one in like Oklahoma, or they're trying to get one out there, but it was like a Texas only thing for a really long time.
Yeah, it's a gigantic gas station.
Huge. I remember, okay, so the things that people like is like they sell beef jerky, but they've got like all the beef jerky you could imagine. Like so much beef jerky.
Yeah, a lot of stuff made in-house.
Yes. And they do, yeah, they've got everything there. They have like a butcher shop, so they do like brisket sandwiches, like Texas style barbecue, like stuff on the go.
So crazy, like roasted nuts.
Yeah, insane stuff. Like, and then they have a whole t-shirt merch shop section where they're pushing Buc-ee's merch because like it's so nice. And then the other thing is their bathrooms are like, it's like a master bedroom suite bathroom palace. I don't know where I'm going with that.
I love it.
But a ton of really well-kept bathrooms. So like the allure is on your road trip. That would be the place where you would say, let's stop at Buc-ee's.
Your oasis.
Yeah. We've got 60 miles to empty. Buc-ee's is in 30 miles. Hold your pee. We're going to make it there.
We'll go to Buc-ee's.
Yes. And but then it transcended. People like that massive experience, like that big like mall like feeling when there's like 100 people in there and it's hopping. It's like their soda fountain is off the charts. They've got like every soda imaginable, like
all kind of stuff,
all kinds of coffee bar stuff. It's cool. But what's really cool is these things that become staples. Like that's a trend I've seen. It's like everything's bigger in Texas, so I guess we like big shit.
Here we go.
Big shit popping. And then
Let's
also
go.
that extended hospitality. And also you have to have like to know what's good. Like those hot dogs slap, the pizza slaps, the mocha freeze slaps. At Buc-ee's they've got all those roasted nuts, the beef jerky, like all that stuff's a slap. So there's something to that blend of things.
Yeah, I think that's like the baseline, because if anyone's going to start a restaurant, who's starting a restaurant with the intention of like, we're going to serve shitty food and try to gut these fuckers, we're going to trick these sons of bitches? No one.
Just make a ton of money?
Yeah. Right? No one's like, all right, we're going to try
McDonald's
to, like,
does.
We're going to try to buy like lower grade beef and then advertise it as a higher grade beef.
Yeah, nobody.
You like false advert. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anyone's like intentionally trying to do that kind of shit.
No, that'd be pretty fucked up.
Right?
Yeah.
Because then you're going to collapse.
Oh, well, yeah.
So I think having like the quality ingredients and having the quality is like the baseline.
Also, as a business owner, it shouldn't be difficult. It's like that someone sells that shit. I want to buy that shit. Let's work this relationship out. So hopefully we get a regular thing going. Maybe I can get a good price that makes this manageable for me for the next 3 or 4 years. Like,
Yeah, people are doing it already.
right.
So how can I get it in with who's ever like doing it? Like through like the middlemen that they're using.
100%.
They're not doing it themselves.
Exactly. So I guess if you're thinking there's like barrier to entry, it's like I don't think there's that much barrier to entry to like just having the nicest equipment to do the job or the nicest food in this metaphor for a restaurant, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like with a restaurant, you just need to go through the right suppliers and like get like the right like food vending and like the right equipment and the right location. You're good to go.
Boom.
Make a restaurant.
Crazy.
People
Just
do it
like
with like a
that.
food truck. You see like a food truck and a concept.
Some people, HEB is their food supplier.
Bam.
They just cook HEB.
And Costco.
Yeah, a lot of Costco. And
For all their plasticware
food
and
trucks
shit
and
and
stuff.
to-go stuff.
For real. Yeah, business is just this like veil of like,
A decision to do something.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then dive into
I
the-
started a business. It's like you just made a decision. It's like this the same thing. But it sounds like it is
It's a lot.
specific.
It's a lot, for
Trying to do
sure.
it specific, yes.
As simple as it
MJ38
is.
Productions is a business. It was just an idea for a long time, but now like we have like an actual production thing that we're like running and like we can do
Yeah. It's very cool.
some product.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
If you're starting a business, go ahead and do that shit.
Do that shit. Dive
Or at least
into the
think about
meta.
it. Yeah,
YouTube's
dive-
crazy.
Look into it. Just look into it. That's all it takes. It's a couple Google searches, saving up some money, doing some shit.
My thing is find something that you're down to be good at. It's like
That's a big part of it too. What are you? It's like I no matter what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna be working like 40, 50, 60 hour weeks all the time. It's like I don't think they're ever because people I think want to get to a point where it's margaritas on the beach, and I know that margaritas on the beach ain't gonna be life. Like every once in a while, I'll have like a vacation, of course, and like take time off and like enjoy life. But margaritas on the beach is not gonna be the end all be all reality. You're gonna have to wake up and do shit from whenever you wake up to whenever you go to sleep. Like how are you gonna pass that time? You're gonna work on something. Put your energy and time and attention towards something. Regardless, you're gonna do that. So make it yours.
yeah.
That'd be tight.
And it's gonna be so much. You have to do it every day, like you said. That's the problem. Is that every day it keeps coming, and then margaritas on the beach make you sick. I think like we probably have to go.
Only so many days. Only so many margaritas.
So you're just done. So you're just like I can't.
Red as a lobster.
No more.
Mhm.
Yeah, that'll happen eventually. But like this ain't. I don't know, bro. I feel like you got to keep your family happy and yourself happy because eventually I'll get sick. I'm working so hard, I'm working myself to death.
Yes,
Like,
bro. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I saw something on Instagram. I think was posted by Ed Milet, and it was just like a little piece of like post-it note with some words on it, and it was saying, if you don't make time for your health, then you will be forced to make time for your illness, or something like that, more or less. You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
Yeah, so if you don't spend time on your well-being, then you will be forced to spend time on your illness. It's like, oh man, that's true as fuck.
Well, part of the way we counteract that is we make a lot of time for our wellness and our health.
Yeah.
In the gym.
Yeah.
Like a lot every day.
Every day, and drinking a lot of water, trying to get some good sleep.
Yeah.
3 big things you need to kind of take. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Try to get some sunlight.
So that's how we're able to go crazy on these like extended runs of working really hard is because we do take care of ourselves in a really vitality building way. We take care of ourselves by breaking ourselves down a lot,
Yeah.
recovering a lot.
Yeah, and I've been doing the sauna a lot as well.
That
I'm
shit's
doing it
fucking
like 5 days a week, 15 minutes a day.
really,
Yeah,
dude.
it's nice.
I feel like my recovery is so good when I'm doing that kind of routine, and your mental clarity is so good too.
Yeah, I love just like the challenge of the sauna. It's such like a mental exercise. It's like such a put yourself intentionally into an uncomfortable situation and just sit there. You can get out whenever you want.
Life's an uncomfortable situation.
Exactly. So it's like whenever you're in like a stressful situation, I just like start counting, you know? It's like, oh, this is like nowhere near as bad as it feels whenever I'm in like the sauna. Like 12 minutes in, I'm like, oh gosh, I want to get out pretty soon here. And start counting backwards from 100.
Dude, whatever you do in that moment to like get through that feeling that you're talking about, that is what makes you cool in my book. Like if you tell me like what your technique is for getting through the last, like if you go for 20 to 24 minutes, like for me that's I want overtime. Like tell me what you did to go from 20 to 24 minutes.
That's crucial.
Because
That is good.
that's what makes you cool. Like I don't know, in my book, like that's some shit I love about. It's hard. It's a hard mental thing. It's so difficult, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, if you have a sauna, if you have access to a sauna in your gym, I highly recommend it. Maybe if you have a gym that just has the sauna, like maybe just get the membership for the sauna and just go do that.
It's so, yeah. If you're just interested in getting your health better,
Yeah,
you'll definitely not get sick.
do that. It's awesome.
Obviously, don't be like super sweaty and then walk outside and get super cold because you can get sick like that. I've gotten sick like that before. But if you just like shower and like you're good about it, the sauna can keep you so healthy. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in a routine right now of doing it 4 to 5 days a week just because it after a while it fucked up my hair and it made my skin just different because like I was stretching out my pores all the time. Like, that's how much I wanted to do it, though, because the recovery is insane.
Mhm.
And I realized, like, if I just could counterbalance with an ice bath every day, it wouldn't be so bad, I don't think. But, just not in reality right now. So I took a break for a little bit from sauna. But the recovery that I used to have when I was sauning was, like, super noticeable. And anytime someone's having an injury, that's my first recommendation is do the sauna. It's 50 minutes a week is, like, the bare minimum to have, like, an increased amount of all of the heat shock proteins and the red blood cells becoming oxygenated to a level where it's actually going to make a difference for you. That's what Huberman said, via Joe Rogan.
Let's go.
But I'm with that. So, like, 50 minutes a week is not that big a ask. I think you should do, like, 20-20-10. Like, do it in 3 sessions.
Mhm.
Maybe 20-20-20, honestly. And
Yeah,
then,
20 minutes is. Whew.
Yeah.
It gets diff after 15 minutes.
That's some crazy shit. But if you do that, if you're like knees bothering you, or if you have like lower back pain that won't go away, like I think it will seriously dramatically change things for you.
Yeah, I think it helps circulate blood. You know what I'm saying? Increase your heart rate. It helps with your like cardiovascular system too. Even though you're like just sitting down.
Yeah, dude, it's like a workout for your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart starts beating
it's
fast.
The whole stress.
It's like,
It's like your body. It's like that stress is important. Like that, it's like just an environmental stress. You just like sit in a stress chamber.
It's cool too because like my heart wants to not like the workout is cool for my heart specifically because my heart doesn't want to start beating fast. Like it tries to handle as much stress as it can without actually going into the next zone.
Yeah, your body is trying to preserve. It's
right?
Like smart.
It's like no, we're not gonna start beating fast for this.
We're fine. We're fine.
And then eventually you shift gears and your perspiration level goes up and then your heart goes into the next zone and you're like. Well, I'm staying here for a while.
I'm sweaty now. Yeah. I'm definitely sweating. It's like just falling off your face. It's like, well, I'm definitely sweating now. Fuck. Okay, here we go.
And then your heart still is like fighting at that point to stay at like maybe 115 and not go to like that 125 range.
Yeah, to jump up to the next zone.
Because then there's a point where you have to start standing up. You got to start walking around because that sauna's getting hot.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like going back and forth. Just counting in my head, just back and forth.
And then part of it is, so as like I think it opens up like this caveman door because part of my brain is smart enough to know like, hey, you walking around because you're stressed out is like creating more beats per minute for my heart and you're exerting more calories, which is making this like a harder endeavor. So sit the fuck down and be still. Even though it's really hard, because that's the only way out of here.
From the caveman door?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Is like because I feel like in like a caveman times you could be dumb enough to just like kill yourself. Like I don't know how to
Fair enough.
Yeah, like you would just like think that the forces that are driving you to like I'm stressed out, I'm gonna fucking that would like end up like destroying you. And then there was this like fourth thought that caveman self had like way back in the day maybe, which was like it's like be still in this moment to survive.
Preserve energy.
I feel like that was one of the first meta lessons we had to learn as people.
Yeah. You don't want to be tired all the time.
Yeah, for real. Because when you're 20 minutes into the sauna, I don't know what it is that is carrying you forward.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a very primal thing, I guess is what I'm saying. There's a very primal voice that says, like, be still. That's the way out of here is through stillness.
Yeah, I think that I love that stillness that comes with it too. It's like almost kind of like required to get through it, or like it's like a bracing. You have to like brace yourself through it. Once you get to the point to where you're like, okay, I want to get out now, and then you don't for like 3 or 4 minutes, and you're just like, oh shit, here we go. Then you have to like push through that, like knowing you have to get through it.
It's tough.
Yeah.
What are you doing
I
in
think
those
stillness.
moments?
I think trying to be like still, but maybe not still isn't like completely like stationary.
Yeah, like not moving at all. Like,
Yeah, I definitely like try to like bounce from leg to leg, like laterally, left to right,
yeah.
in like a rhythmic sense.
It's like the beat of a song.
Kind of like
Please
whatever
don't
is
stop,
playing like
please
over
don't
the over the like the gym playlist, kind of like back and forth to that, but also then like with my like counting down.
Yeah.
I usually try to count down from 100,
Yeah.
and then like I get to 100, and I'm like, okay, let me check where I'm at.
Yeah.
So okay, here we go, back into it, and like I really focus on my exhale. Like when I exhale, I'm like, I like sink into like the suck. I was like, this is uncomfortable, and like on the inhale, I try not to leave that place so much because on the inhale you can like go back up, but like on the inhale I try to like stay there, and like on the next exhale I try to like dig my feet further into the suck. You know, it seems like get in there. Yes, that sucks. Okay, hold on. And I'm in there even more. Here I go. It's a whole mental thing.
Because is it because you're getting out at the 20 minutes?
I know I'll get out eventually.
So that's why you just like keep going further as like what am I doing to spare this time? I'm diving further into it. Almost like taking his power away. It's not dragging you down.
Yeah, to some degree. Something's going on subconsciously like that.
That's cool. You're so cool.
It's one of the things
you're so cool.
Yeah,
bro.
appreciate it, bro. Yeah, and what's your methodology to getting through the
I don't know
20+ minute session?
Sometimes it's simple. It's as simple as not thinking. It's like I just have to like not pay any attention to what time it is, not think about how hot it is at all. It's like almost like think about anything except for how much it sucks. Like, so that's when I find out what's important to me sometimes. It's because it's like whatever, it's almost like looking for a distraction. But what I'm trying to say is that like if I stare at the clock, that's wrong. Like I need to detach from time completely. I need to detach from the hot completely. And that's like around minute 18 or 19 when I'm like really want to get out and there's no hope in sight. It's like this song is going to end and you're going to have to go to another song before you're even going to think about like actually exiting.
Yeah.
And at that
rough feeling.
Yeah. And at that time, sometimes it's nice just to like, just to not give any power to it. Like I'm in Miami dancing on a beach and I've got like margaritas and fucking beef Wellington on the way, bro. This restaurant's sick.
Let's go.
Like, been eating oysters all day. My life is ill. And
We're crushing right now in Miami.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to get on a boat like that, and I just keep thinking about this Miami. Like, I'm like, what would make it sick though? I'm gonna go on a boat and hit golf balls with DJ Khaled, bro. And then we're gonna go make a hit inside this boat because there's a studio in there. Oh, what song would I be making right now?
That sounds incredible. Holy shit!
Right? So I kind of just start like almost like daydreaming, like because I also know that if I can keep going down this rabbit hole, what I'm doing is not letting the demons that want to like make me feel the pain of being in that moment. Like I'm not letting them win. I'm just like, no, it'd be cooler even if I did this. Wouldn't that be so tight? And then like I'm feeling good. I'm like enjoying the feeling of like, I don't know what it is. It's like this hard work is making that thing happen. Like oh
yeah, I see what you're saying.
And I'm like transmuting away from the pain and creating this like reality in my mind. It's like a daydream, I guess. But so that thing works. I guess daydreaming would be how you'd quantify that. But that's how I daydream.
Yeah, you definitely need to like, get to like a meditated kind of state or a place where you can clear your thoughts, because if not, then the thought that's going to be predominantly presented to you is this sucks, leave.
Yeah.
What are you doing? So if you don't fill it with something else,
yes,
it's going to be real easy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you have to push through it. And staring at the clock's not going to do it for you.
No, I feel that on a run. And
I have to go to I can't look at the clock the whole time. I have to hop out of there and then do my thing, and then look back, and then I have to leave it again.
Yeah,
just keep going. I'm like, okay, how long is that? Okay, it's about 180 seconds. Okay, I'll go from 200. You know what I'm saying? I'll do 100 twice.
See, the counting thing is just hard because it sucks. But I also count. I like to count backwards from 30. That's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
And but I don't count like 31,000. Like I'm already trying. I don't count in seconds. I'm like 31,000. And then like whenever like I'll feel a beat hit, or I'll just feel like a moment when I'm like 29,000, and then I give it some time till I feel good, and then I'm just like kind of count down really slow like that, and then it's almost like I don't know. I know I'm gonna make it for those 30 seconds for sure, and even if I have 5 whole minutes left, it's like fun to make those 30 seconds that I know I'm gonna last like bleed into longer than the 30 seconds that it would have originally been allotted to be.
Yeah, and
then that's like a mini game within itself. Mm-hmm. So I'm like almost like counting down because I listen to headphones in the sauna, which you don't do. Mm. That's hard.
No headphones.
Also, not looking at the time is hard. That's why looking at the time is not desirable.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing in and of itself in the sauna, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but back to what I'm talking about. I listen to music, right? So like if I'm rocking with the beat, I'll be like 30. And I'm hitting these shots. Stephen Curry, 28. And I'm just like dropping like, and I'm headed up to heaven, 27. Yep. Got it. I'm a ride 26, and I'm just like, can't explain it. Sometimes I just like, whatever. So then, but then the thing that's crazy is sometimes I have a full minute left, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna count down from 30, and then my brain will land me at like, okay, 0, and then it's like, boop, 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 and it's going off.
Really?
And my brain can track like how to make those 30 seconds last to like where I'm trying to get to, just like subconsciously in my own mind, like because I don't count. I'll count down just like randomly with the beat, like. Not every beat point. It's not even like I'm rhythmically with the 4. It'll be like sometimes 100%. I'm 2. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Or like, I do the same thing whenever I'm going like back and forth. Like whenever I'm counting down, I don't like keep it on beat with whenever I like go from one side to the other. I try to get the counting down like outside of this rhythm of like the left and right. And like I think the juggling of that and like the conscious effort to keep my count outside of this metronome and outside of like a regular actual metronome is like enough kind of stimuli to keep you out of the suck a little bit. My mind is crazy.
That's so crazy, bro. We're doing like a similar thing.
Yeah.
But we never talk about it.
Yeah.
But like, maybe that's part of like, because I feel it on running too. You can do the same thing when you're running. Like, it's enduring pain, you know?
Yeah. Digging into it.
That's so cool, man. And I think part of another thing about it is our heartbeat. So I think something about our brain subconsciously knows like what our heartbeat's at. So like whatever sway we're at and whatever beat we're counting down for this thing with the time that our subconscious knows we're trying to get out with what our heartbeat is, I think it's like all in rhythm probably to a degree. Mm-hmm. And like we're creating a dance that's like the rain dance, how you get through suck.
Yeah, we're trying to rain dance our way through this.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'm sure you felt like a release of chemicals, like a flood of like almost relief because you're like, oh, like I'm going in. I just dropped endorphins. Like, fuck this next minute. I'm going crazy right now. Mm-hmm. How'd I get so used to this? Yeah. That's me in the sauna. Like, it'll just activate this like rush of, instead of being on the tail end of like, I'm dying, I'm like, oh, they're dying.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Flip it on its head.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
Learned all that in the sauna. Just the sauna.
Just going to the sauna and watching myself in the sauna.
Yeah.
How do I deal with this thing?
Yeah.
And not talking about it with you. That's why we do this. You know what I'm saying? That's why we do this. That's why we do this.
For real.
It's time I go to the sauna, man. Going to church. Good Sunday.
Good Sunday.
Waters are warm, man.
You make me want. I want to go to the sauna right now.
Yeah.
I encourage you to listen to the rest of this podcast in a sauna. Oh.
I want a sauna in my house.
I know. Me too.
Probably a good $1,000, I would guess.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's not too much.
No.
One of these days, I want to. Yeah, I think everyone should dream big. You should know what's in your dream house, and I think I definitely want to have a nice sauna, a nice gym, a nice studio, nice pool.
I need a basketball court. So if you
That'd be tight.
If you got the pool, I got the basketball court. I'll probably put a hot tub in.
Living in the compound.
Dude, come on, bro.
Soon.
Just for late night.
Y'all.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, dude. Yeah, I believe it. Like, I believe in you. I think you're going to do
We're
it.
going up, dog. Yes.
Genuinely.
Yes. Quick little plug. What were you going to say?
You should just tell people they believe in them just more often. Just like to my friends out there watching this, because people...
We believe in you.
I believe in you.
Yes.
But
I
like,
love that sentiment.
Also, just as a... Damn. I should have just told them I believe in them instead of telling them that they should believe in... But both.
Both.
Because people will believe you.
Be that blessing for someone else.
Yes. I know, like,
you
there's
lift
times
someone like crazy. It's crazy to see how you can lift someone so easily.
they'll believe in you, or they'll believe you when you say you believe in them, and that's transformative. You'll be like, oh shit, I can do this. Like, that thing that comes out of you is fucking tight. Like, and yeah, bring that out of everybody around you. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Fan that flame.
I think, yeah, people don't want to dream big because it's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. You know what I'm saying? So we got to tell people we believe in them. It's because it's like, you're like, I don't know if I'm actually, like, to put expectations.
Why is it a scary thing? Why is it a scary thing?
That's beautiful. That's
why? Why is it a scary thing to dream big?
Because
you might not get it.
People get hurt when they get let down.
Yes, that's very true.
Right.
Okay, we're getting in there.
So
They
people
don't let themselves down.
People don't like to have expectation as a whole, just because getting let down sucks.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So there's that.
Feel the expectation, letting people down.
And
they also don't want to tell people what you're going for as a dream as well, because then they could like shut it down, or if you don't achieve it, they could like rub it in your face.
Yeah, we want to protect things that are like close, dear to us. Like if it really meant something a lot to you, there's this urge to protect that and not maybe like show everybody, because they could devalue it and like hurt you a little bit because it means something to you.
Yeah.
So there's that part.
Yeah. It's risky.
It's being vulnerable too, because it's a real expression of you. Mm-hmm. You're like, dude, I really want to be a fucking ballerina, bro. Like, I'm gonna go all in on it.
I'm going in.
Like,
I don't give a fuck.
Saying I want to be a rapper almost felt like the same thing as like wanting to be a ballerina. It's like, you want to be a what? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, but I guess what I'm saying is like, you would have to deal with the perception of your truer self, and like the vulnerability of like being that open with everybody is like a lot. Motherfuckers don't think want to do that.
It's a lot, and it's a lot to give up whatever you got going on to start a whole new thing that you're not even sure potentially. You know. We watch a lot of cooking shows. Mentioned that a couple times. But like I've seen a lot of I would say probably a good like 10% of the people I've watched across like virtually all of the cooking shows, Gordon Ramsay kind of shows I watch. 10% of them have been expressing something to the degree of, like, I used to do X, Y, or Z. I used to be like a lawyer, or I used to be in this business school, or I used to be like a doctor, or I used to be whatever, some sort of high up profession making 6+ figures. And like, now I was like, nah, fuck all that. I want to cook.
Oh,
And now they're cooking.
that's crazy.
Crazy shit like that. It's like a good amount of them, more than zero, but like probably 10% or so.
Cooking has that
That's a
kind of
good
draw, like that kind of craft draw. Like,
It's definitely like a craft thing for
Right?
sure. For sure. It gets deep.
That's
They
tight.
take that shit seriously in France.
That's tight.
Super seriously.
I like crafts.
But yeah.
Crafts people are tight.
But yeah,
Man.
for someone to say that, I'm trying to be a ballerina, I'm trying to be a chef.
Shout out my grandma. She was a ballerina, like legit, like
Dream, baby.
yeah. What do you call it? Traditionally trained.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But it's just like a cutthroat ass world. And then she was running the meta for a little bit, but she caught an injury, and it's tough to come back from that. The ballerina world, especially
Rough.
in like the fucking 1940s. So
Golly.
it's crazy, right?
Golly, that's so long ago. Jesus Christ.
I know, right? The
Jesus
pictures of her
Christ.
as a ballerina look like fucking, like JFK.
Thomas Jefferson was president.
Yeah. They look like portraits. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, brother.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, my mom was in ballet as well. My mom went hard apparently as well before I came along into the picture. She went ham in tennis and ballet. But yeah, in ballet she was like apparently like really good.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Graceful person.
yeah. Let's go. That's a whole thing.
Sick.
Fucking
Craftspeople.
Craftsmen. We need to get some craftsmen on, man.
Yeah, so crafts.
Craftsman pod.
Yeah, shout out. Alert. We might have some guests for people. We're trying to get some guests on the podcast.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Yeah.
we got it kicking around.
We're working some stuff.
Yeah, we got some shit in the works. Another shameless plug. We've been doing some interviews. Probably gonna post some links to those soon. A whole bunch of little interviews, little PR push we're doing. Hopefully y'all are enjoying Death to Self.
Yes. I hope you love those songs.
Got more stuff on the way. I'm not sure if y'all saw some of the Instagram stuff, but definitely had some previews on our story. Working on some things in the studio. But yeah, hopefully you're all enjoying Death to Self, man. We appreciate anyone listening. Show your friends. We love you.
Yes. It seems to me like Death to Self is a nice illustration that we make good music. Great illustration they make good music. If you look up Mac Miller on Spotify right now,
Solid.
great stuff. If you look up Mac Miller on Spotify right now, you can find a song for every occasion. Like for like how you feel right now. I mean, I don't even know his discography. I just know he's one of those people that like I want to get to that point with everybody too, where it's just like I feel like this, I want to listen to this song. Like that's a nice relationship to have with your fans. But like just as far as the business is going and as far as like the entrepreneurial God, it's hard to talk today. I'm a podcaster, it's not really excusable.
It's your job.
The entrepreneurial aspects of what we have to do and like building the infrastructure and like just doing a lot of interviews and a lot of PR and publicity for the tracks and stuff like that has been like really good for us. Like just as far as keeping this thing alive and like making sure we can keep paying all the studio bills and keep making videos and like just keep going. Like there has to be reciprocity in the energy that we put into it, and like praise God there is. So the monthly listeners have been really nice. That's the number that I really like. Numbers don't lie, but some numbers are misleading. And so one number that I don't think is very misleading is your monthly listeners, and our monthly listeners have been great,
Yeah, it's been going up.
growing
man.
constantly.
Yeah, it's been Star Baby. Star Baby primarily. That was a big push on Spotify. It's been going up.
That's great.
That song's going off.
You can't really ask for much more than that, to be honest with you, in my opinion.
Yeah, just keep it at that. I just want, yeah, hopefully we keep that hum. Hopefully we get another push. We have Room on another playlist push right now, and then maybe whenever Star Baby falls off, we'll get another one in there. Yeah, it's going off. Star Baby's going crazy right now.
It's amazing. So yeah,
Crazy.
Bump Star Baby one time.
Y'all
That's
can do it.
That's our hottest song right now.
Y'all can do it. A couple Google searches away, y'all. You're right there.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
And then as far as for your palette, what we have coming for you is more bangers.
Some bangers.
And then I'm hoping
Hopefully you like bangers.
that's it, right?
Hopefully
Hopefully
you like some bangers in life.
and you play our song and you're like, that's it. That's what I've been looking for. Like, yes, they made that song. I was like, this goes on my this playlist. And we'll keep pursuing that feeling.
Trying to do the best.
Yeah.
Trying to be the best of us.
Yes.
I love it. It's so cool. It's so fun.
Yeah, part of pursuing my best self is only competing with myself, but also understanding the landscape and also being true to my demographic and my market and the fans. Like literally the people like that would be my customers or my guests in the restaurant world. Like I have to be true to them. I have to make sure that they're getting like the best quality I can give and the best in the meta of the stuff. So that way they're not like missing out on dope shit. And then like, but like, so I have to know what they want, but then I also have to know that they don't know what they want. And like I gotta bring in shit that they're not sure that that's gonna like be dope, but it's dope.
Yeah, because it can't be the same old shit.
It can't be, dog. Like, so
It's gotta be new.
yes,
It's gotta be different.
so there's a percentage of me that definitely thinks about like who I'm making the music for, but then there's another percentage, much greater percentage, that's like doing the artistry.
Exactly.
But I'm balancing that. I
That's
love
important.
you guys.
Yeah, it's a fine dance. I think all artists have to deal with like the being perceived. All dreamers have to deal with that. You must contend with this.
Must contend with
It's a big stopping point for some people. They don't want to be perceived as whatever by whomever, everyone on their Facebook page or whatever. You know,
Oh my god.
it's a big hindrance to a lot of people's growth.
Don't care about that. I mean, I guess people care about that.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
for sure.
But it's like the I think Jay Shetty talks about the idea of like living in the perception of a perception.
Oh my gosh.
It's like living in what you think people think of you. It's like it's rough. It's a reality that
You're not even-
people are dealing with.
You're not even looking at what you really are.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Then you gotta think things about yourself that are, oh man. I remember that thing shattering. We were like, meditating a lot and just like thinking a lot and like getting super high on like psychedelics from time to time. And just like I had that idea presented to me of like the perception of the perception, and it was just so true. I was like, oh, like I do, this is what I think you think about me. I was like, what do I think about me? And I was like, I have a much more closer lens. Like I see much more of what I am every day than anybody else,
100%.
And I was like, what's the truth in that?
Only you know the true you.
And then it wasn't like super great. I wasn't like, I mean, yeah, I think I'm a good dude, but it wasn't like I was a fucking all-star at that point in my life.
Mm.
And I was like, that's cool, but like at least I know that. And now I care way more about like the truth. I care way more about my perception of me. So I actually do got to start going hard, because if I don't fuck with me, no one else will. And
Yeah, I think there's you gotta. Like we're weird animals. You have to like earn your own like self-respect. You know.
it'll change your life when you do.
Yeah.
Change my life.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's strange. You can't just like have it. You know. To some degree, yes.
Maybe that's
But in
fair.
other instances, you need to like earn it. Do some hard shit.
Yeah. Because there's a difference. You see people's energy when they really want like stripes. When they really
They want the respect of someone else.
Yes. And then you see someone that like has earned their own self-respect.
Their own strives.
And they're just like, those people are so fucking fired.
They're
too.
okay if they don't have the respect of someone else because they have their own respect.
That automatically grants them a ton of respect.
More respect.
It's like, it's crazy that it's like that. Like,
It's
I'm not
silly.
saying you should try to hack the situation, but like that. I'm just saying like, try to earn your own respect, because it puts
Yeah.
the whole situation on
At the end of
tilt.
the day, if you have your own respect, it doesn't matter who else's respect that you have.
No, it
To
doesn't.
some degree. But yeah, you as we mentioned last time, you live alone, you die alone. Lone wolf.
I think of a prettier way to say that is, you have to talk to God alone.
Yeah. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, ain't no one else gonna be there.
You want to talk to God alone.
Yeah, you and God.
Yep. I think live alone, die alone. When I say that more means to me like, man, like I don't want to choose to live alone with my energy as much as I
Not
do.
like people, not like socially.
Yeah. Because
Like,
like,
your HUD is your HUD.
yeah, true. That's the truth.
It's your
in it.
POV.
Yeah.
I mean, this fucking bitch, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're gonna have to talk to God individually. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
like, well, we were all kind of thinking that it's no.
He said it was cool. He said it was fine. What do you mean?
Yeah, you have to be alone when you say that, and then also like you have to know the truth, like, which is a whole thing. It is another filter of life. You got to kind of like take your self lies off of the truth. Where you're like, well, I kind of thought it was okay because I was really tired and I had a bunch of days off that I hadn't used in a long time, and we just worked so hard all weekend, so I was gonna call in. It's like that's a bunch of self lies. Like you'll wrap your bullshit up real nicely for yourself. If you just like take it all the wrappings off and just see it as bullshit, and then work to eliminate that bullshit, like that process also creates something that is important in what we're talking about.
Yeah. Earning your own self-respect.
Yes, because then you like really know. Like you really know. Like, no, I see all the bullshit that I could be on because y'all are doing that shit, and I'm like not doing that shit. And like your energy just starts to transcend the situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get out of the bucket.
Yeah, get some momentum building. Small stuff. Yeah, your self-respect. Do your dishes. Do your laundry. You know what I'm saying? Keep your room clean. Jordan Peterson.
I remember there was a moment, yeah, or run a marathon. That was one moment
Yeah.
where I earned
Fucking yeah.
yeah, I earned my own respect in that moment. I was like, I'm a fucking animal.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a big one. Start with the 5K. Do
Yeah,
something like
facts.
that. You know what I'm saying?
but either way, that one was
Whenever you do that, it's like something clicks. Something happens within yourself. Whenever you do the thing, do like the objective obstacle. the objective obstacle is just like there. And it's just like whenever you do it after you've done it, it's like you look back on it and then like respect the decision to entice with that thing.
Yeah.
You're like, that was worth it. Wow. That was worthwhile. This sucked, but like I made it to the other side. And I respect myself for going through that suck. And now here I am.
Yeah. Yeah. There's if anybody tries, there's like energy that will try to devalue you. You're like, if you have an experience of something you did that was very difficult, you can lean on that when something tries to devalue you. You're like, no. I'm an animal. Like, I've done some animalistic things.
I'm nasty.
Yeah, like, I know. And then, like, sometimes, I mean, how could you know if you didn't really earn your own self-respect? That's kind of part of it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Whenever the moment of adversity comes and presents you the question of, are you the person who ever overcomes adversity, or are you the person who succumbs to adversity? And then you need to have some things in the cookie jar to lean back on. It's like, no, I definitely beat that boss. I was like, no, I dropped 60 on that ass. I dropped 60 on that ass.
I did.
I'm nasty.
I can do this. Like,
yeah. And I can hit the game-winning shot. I can do it.
Yes. That's, God
Some
damn.
self-respect shit, man. It takes a certain level of people. It's easy to mistake it for arrogance, and it's easy to fall into that arrogant category.
Well, it's arrogant when you haven't earned your own self-respect and you're claiming that you can do the difficult task with no, like, you kind of have to be humble in that moment, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to give it my best.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like start building that will, you know? I guess I feel you though. It could be arrogant still at the, like, now, even when you've earned your own self-respect, it could still come across as arrogant.
Yeah, if you're not wielding it properly.
It's just an energy thing. I think part of the reason that we think it's so important is because we both done it, and then the thing that happened in our life was our energy changed, and then our life changed. So we're like, do it so your energy changes, because that is so valuable.
Yeah. It's like at first I was working out. It's kind of like a nuts. Oh, Moby's crying, my boy. But what we're talking about? We're talking about working out. At first it was like simple, or not, maybe not simple, but it's pretty common for people to work out to try to make themselves look better for like objective kind of like vain purposes to some degree. But then like that can transform, and then within myself it definitely has transformed into like I just enjoy the doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what we were just talking about before that.
Earning your own self-respect so that your energy changes.
Yeah. So it became like starting as like a vain thing, but then it becomes like now I'm like earning my own self-respect after you finish a workout. It's like not for anyone else anymore. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, like I've conquered my own insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was like, it's like I've taken ownership of something. It's like, oh, this is mine now.
That's why I say insecurities are almost a good thing, because then you can take ownership of them and overcome them, and then your energy is so crazy. Like, it's just telling you something you want to change. And then when you change that thing, you're like, who's stopping me, huh? Like, I can overcome the things that are in my way.
Yeah, it's like the changing of the insecurity can lead to like outward confidence.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Life is so inside out, like
transmutation, baby.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's tight. That was a good little nugget right there.
For sure. It's like that. I'm trying to draw it back. See, when we talk about something so illusory and something so gold, I feel the resistance trying to like make me take my thoughts in other places. I'm like, no. Stay on the gold nugget. I want to keep like examining this thought that we found. But we're talking about the energy changing is really real. So for instance, like I PR'd on squat like 2 weeks ago, and then just like I PR'd on squat, but also I have this running theory that's like, okay, this is just cracked behavior. This is just like, I'm not saying you should follow this advice.
Disclaimer,
I'm not saying you should think like this.
Sorry.
But for me personally, in the inner matrix that I've built in my museum of my thoughts of culture thought
museum,
you shouldn't max. Just because like every day I go to the gym, I just want to destroy myself. But I find out like when I max, like it's difficult for me to max and get a good workout in. Like I would rather like just get really close to whatever a max is, like 4x4 or 5x4, and just like stay there. And then like, I don't know, just find more ways to stretch it out. So that way maybe I'll drop back down to like 4x6 of like a little bit lighter weight, so I get more control, and then brush it back up on the heavier weight with like maybe like 3x4, and I'm doing even more. But like, I don't want to. So in high school, we spent like whole workout days like finding out what our max is. Yeah. And I'd rather just like train really hard every day.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It definitely is kind of hard to get a full workout in after you've maxed. It's like like devote a whole day to it.
And then the other thing that is like, when I think about what the value of knowing my max is, it's just so that I can say I did this amount. And then personally, I know already I'm not going to be proud necessarily of what that amount is. Like I'm going to see that amount and I'm just going to say to myself, I want it to be more. Like that's not, I'm not.
Where's the next milestone?
Where's the next milestone? So like I don't want to spend a whole day not pursuing the milestone in the vanity of maybe thinking that I'll be proud for a moment just to need to set another milestone.
Oh,
I'd rather just keep working on the milestone.
let's go, kid.
That's what's going on up here.
That's some Goggins
Like
shit.
maybe you should max out. I don't know. You probably should if you want to know how strong you are.
Yeah, some people do like they max out and then they base their rep ranges on like percentages of their one rep max. They'll do like 80% or 85% or
That's
90%, whatever.
That's tight.
So,
That's
like,
cool.
For science, go ahead. If you're, I'm all for in the name of science. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like to feel it out. I'm feeling it out. You know what I'm saying? But the
Yeah.
science is great. Also, it gives you a place to facts give you like structure. You're like, this is solid. Like this is science. This should work. Because working out at first is something where if you don't get results, you don't know if you're doing it right. It's a really annoying thing. So if you're not going to receive results for 3 months, at least you're going on science and not some whimsical shit that your homie's telling you.
Some bro science.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mazzetti. Shout out.
You can get some real science
random
in there.
shit. Yeah.
But nah, on some other shit though. So then I got to a point where like my rep range for doing like 4 reps was like a new PR. Like I never had that much weight on the bar. And I was going to rep it for 4 times just because I hadn't maxed like that. And I was like, dude, let's fucking go. Let's fucking crush this. And then we crushed it. And then the feeling after doing that, like after that workout, I was just like fucked up, dude. I was like, the confidence on max, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
that self-respect.
that self-respect was just there. Like I can like my thought culture is working. I just like got to a benchmark and crushed the benchmark. We're in a good position to keep growing even more. Like this isn't gonna necessarily be like a limit or a ceiling. And then so I guess like subconsciously it's like, man, whatever next thing that I'm approaching, like so then okay, I don't know, that was gonna be like just fucking conjecture. Just like maybe this is true, but this is something that's definitely true.
Got it.
Is that I have to do my task a lot every day. I have to go to tables in my certain instance and then like do public speaking and presentation and like have to have charisma. Like it's part of my job is to present, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when I do those things and then I go to my job of like kind of scary that means public speaking is like the number one fear.
Perform. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Right. And then I got to go perform every single day at a high level. Like, it is so much easier with that self-respect intact. Like, I just flow naturally. I'm in the flow state. Like, I respect myself, so they respect me. It's that simple. And it's just something you feel. It's not even something you can, it's how I say my name. It's like, how I say my name so like that is because I just squatted more than I've ever squatted in my life. They're really outside of each other, but like, that's what's going on there.
Yeah, you're talking to a different version of me. You're talking to the version of me who hit that PR.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked to me.
Yeah.
This version of me, except for y'all and me.
It's a newfound me.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying. It's not like I throw it in their face. They're not. I'm not even. I really don't tell
We
anybody.
talk about it. Yeah.
Just like walk with a straighter back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing today? Yeah, let's have a fucking day. Am I right?
Let's have a day.
Like, bro, like you can't. Because the opposite of that is like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Let's get through it.
Oh, let's get through the day.
Fuck, dude. Different world, bro.
Let's get through the day versus let's have a day, baby.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Different world,
The
bro.
day's the same. The obstacle is the same, but like your endurance, your attitude, the perspective on it can change the entire thing. And having that self-respect can change your outlook on how you look at everything. For sure. It changes everything. So do it, man. We're doing it, please. We believe in you. Whatever that thing is for you. Going out on walks in the mornings. Hitting the gym a little more often.
Starting a business.
Drinking some more water. Starting that business.
You can do it.
Do that shit, bro.
Yes.
Let's go.
What else are we doing?
What the time is passing, I'm telling you, I promise.
Yeah.
The time is gonna pass regardless.
I've done the math. Things get worse or better. And then once you're like, well, I guess I'm going to spend the work to make them better. Because it sucks if I don't spend the work and they get worse. Then once you've committed to going to spend the work, you're going to want it to be valuable to you. Well, I would actually do the work if I could actually do this. It's like, you can. Like that thing lines up for you and now you're spending a bunch of work doing something you love and then life's good.
Choose something to be nasty at. We were talking about.
That's a big punchline.
We chose hip hop. Choose whatever your thing is. It's super arbitrary. It's super random. At first, because we coming up, everyone's kind of subject to listen to what their parents are kind of playing on the radio. But we liked Linkin Park growing up, kind of like more rock driven. My mom was really big into Metallica, as I mentioned on an episode of the podcast. Korn, Disturbed, that kind of shit. System of a Down. Linkin Park was a really, really big influence for us. So like around the time we were like 10 years old or so, we'd been friends for a couple years at that point. we were really, really bonded on Lincoln Park. We went to a concert. That was the first concert we ever went to. Both of us together with my mom and my
Facts.
aunt. We were like 10.
In San Antonio.
Right?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I still have that ticket.
Let's go. I think I have it too.
That's my dog.
Let's go.
It's one of my first fucking life memorabilia. Like,
Yeah.
dates back the longest.
Crazy. I loved it. Loved it.
It was so tight.
Love Lincoln Park. Man.
I remember thinking
R.I.P.
to myself, I want to be front row.
Mhm.
And then we were a lot of times after that, which was cool.
Yeah.
But that was an influential moment of like, this is tight, but I want to be front row.
Yeah, we were young. We were 10, so we sat like in like the seats, you know,
Yeah.
in the seated area, kind of back.
It was beautiful. Just to
It was
paint
cool. It was fun.
Yeah, I just want to paint a picture.
Yeah.
And they were going crazy. And at one point they were like, who in this room makes music? Who's in a band in this room? And then we were like in a band in our mind, like kind of trying to make that happen. We're like, us. And then they were like, that was just awesome, bro. It was so cool, bro.
Yes, bro. So yeah, but Linkin Park was a really, really big influence on us at first. So we were trying to start a band. Like I was gonna be the drummer, and I was gonna be like the guitar, probably some vocals.
Shred.
We were gonna shred. We were gonna crush. We were really, really influenced by School of Rock with fucking Jack Black.
Yes. Oh my god.
We were gonna crush.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that shit like hit us perfectly in stride. We were like 10, watching a whole bunch of 10-year-olds crush.
It seems so tangible in that moment.
Yeah, I was like, we can do that. I want to do that. Hell yeah.
And my mom was so like, duh. Like, that's why I put a guitar in your hand so long. Like, go to your lessons. Like, I don't
Let's
know.
go, kid.
So tangible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it was like kind of strange that music presented itself to us at that early of an age, but it was presented to us like almost like disguised, because now it seems kind of arbitrary that we chose hip hop, because it is such a kind of a weird, random kind of thing, but it's like just kind of
And we're white.
our life is just like
Just start out there.
So it's weird, right?
I mean, just like but the perception of the perception would make you
course.
think that.
Yeah, yeah, but it's just like it's just strange how it was something else, and then kind of like just transmuted in our lives in rhythm with us, with what we were kind of like exposed to and what we kind of like naturally. It was like our natural inclination towards this thing was like kind of validated by like, oh, I think I'm so naturally inclined to this thing because I'm like naturally drawn to it. I think I'm supposed to do something with this, because it was supposed to be we're like gonna be rock stars.
Yeah, I could just speak for hip hop too. Like,
I was gonna rip the drums.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna rip the drums. You know what I'm saying?
Justin was always a producer.
Yeah.
Justin could always beatbox nasty. Like, we
Hella
were
key
like,
rhythms.
hey, I don't know how. There wasn't YouTube and shit. This motherfucker was like the best beatboxer anywhere. Any apartment complex you want to go play basketball at, and I don't think anybody could have beatboxed better than you, bro.
That's pretty good.
Really
Back in the
good.
day.
And you could also just pick up, like, you would just do beats, like, out of nowhere. Like, that, it was just such that shit's like obvious. You obviously have a producer mind. Like, you know where the fucking kicks go and shit.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Yeah, 100%. It's weird.
I'm not like that. I don't know what the fuck you were doing. All that time I was always like, this guy's crazy. This guy is cracked. Like, dude, if you're going to be our drummer, we're set, bro. Like,
We're gonna crush.
not like that, bro. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
there's that
That's so
natural
funny.
inclination. But also just I want to speak for hip hop. Hip hop is fucking great. Like, I love as soon as I heard like Kanye West mixed with like Ludacris mixed with Jay-Z, like those three things probably hit my system like in the same 6 months as far as like just understanding what hip hop was. Like, never really heard it before. It kind of fucked me up. I was like, this is good music. Like, this is dope. Like, Sweet Home Alabama, not that dope. That was like the first song I learned how to play on the guitar.
Okay.
Not that dope.
Crush.
Like, even Christian music, like,
People love that shit though.
yeah, I'm just, I don't know how to explain it,
Everyone
bro.
vibes differently.
Yes.
It's your personal experience, and like within our experience, we were just gravitated towards that. What were we gonna say?
When I heard Through the Wire, like
God.
the walls melted. Like I was in a car, like I remember the car I was in. I remember that moment, and like the walls melted, and I was like, oh, now that's what they call hip hop. Like,
Volume 2.
yeah, I think that's a CD that was playing.
We were back in the day.
Yeah.
Like that, didn't you say it was like the Grammys?
It was
Grammy nominated.
Grammy, yes.
Or some shish.
That's what I call Music Grammy Edition.
Okay.
And I think it was like a red CD with gold writing.
Remember all that shit? No, that's what I call music. All those commercials and shit.
Yes, for sure. We bought those CDs. My mom would buy those CDs at Target, just like
Let's go.
stay relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's in the current meta of music right now?
Yeah, facts. And my parents were big on culture. Like, they saw the movies. They always watched like the bullshit, like not like the news that wasn't the news, like the celebrity news and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, like TMZ.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
we didn't watch TMZ, but like we knew what was going on TMZ. We didn't have to watch TMZ. We talked about it. So, like we just knew what was going on.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that was really relevant culture in like the 90s and early 2000s, and then like girls are still like that. That's why girls are fun to talk to because they always know what's going on in culture. That's like one of the things I like to talk to girls about, like because they know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of guys like sometimes guys live under rocks, which is like cool. We're like that. You know what I'm saying? But
Guys are like that. Guys can just live in an apartment with like a box and a TV, and you're good to go, dog. Like,
I've been playing NCAA football to 2014 for the last 8 months. I'm sick.
Just crushing some dynasty on like 2K12 or some random shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, girls can be like that as well. I'm not 100% sure. But
I'm sure.
I just, the sentiment we're trying to express is I think guys can be pretty bare bones.
Yeah.
And be okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, that's cool. Like you're spending, I think, a lot more brain power thinking about the surgery of getting through the sauna.
Yeah.
Which I fuck with. Like,
I fuck with that.
Yeah, same. I just I always want to know what's going on. Like I guess because I grew up in a house, I was always talking about that, so I still like to kind of like know what's going on. But then also because I want to be in that conversation one day, so I kind of just like knowing what the trend is or like what people are talking about or like finding out Taylor Swift and Ice Spice were making music together. I was like, what? Like I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
So it's just a cool like hearing what's going on and shit.
What's going on in the Matrix?
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about that for.
Oh, I don't know either exactly.
In space with you guys.
We're just in space. We keep it moving, man. So pick something. It's kind of I guess we're all that kind of stemmed from the idea that it's kind of arbitrary that we picked hip hop. It's arbitrary at the same time as like that anyone would pick anything to be good at. But it's kind of like what's your natural inclination? I think your natural inclination, following your natural inclinations and things you are good at and predisposed to kind of enjoy as well. Look there, look there for your purpose and like the thing that you want to spend your life doing because you're gonna have to work. We talked about that earlier.
Yes.
Choose something to be nasty at because you're gonna have to be nasty at something.
And you're gonna have to do it every fucking day.
You're gonna have to do something every day.
So making music is like something I can do every day.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't. There's a lot of stuff that like it sounds cool, but doing it every day sucks. Like being a journalist, for instance. Like being a journalist sounds really cool. I think that job's fucking tight. But having to like write and like learn that much like factual stuff to like repair, I wouldn't want to do that job like physically. Like the actual constraints of it, wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, or like working in finance and it's like reading the stock markets all day and like learning like market trends and stuff and like that's teach their own. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're attracted to.
Tight.
Or like if you're like really into cars and like you want to be a mechanic, that's not my cup of tea.
But the thing
more
is,
power to you.
You should, but there's like a magnetism for everybody though.
Something you're naturally drawn to.
Yes, and if you're like, no, I could do that forever for like not even that much money. I could just do that forever and I'd be okay. Like I think you should get nasty at that thing. At that thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like cutting hair.
Yeah.
Trying to get old boy in the podcast. Your barber.
Yes.
Craftsman.
Yeah, we're gonna get Chris.
Entrepreneur.
He's amazing. Like, so owns his own barbershop. So he's like in the meta of business owners as far as barbershop owners. He talks to all the barbershop owners. He flies him and his barbers out to like different conventions and different places where they're teaching different techniques from different parts of the world. And he just stays like super up to date and super knowledgeable. If anybody's doing anything, he knows what's going on about it.
That's super tight.
And
respectable.
He can give a cut like anybody, any cut, anytime, like, and do a good job of it. And sometimes he's doing cuts on people just for like practice. He's like, "Oh, I want to practice this cut. We're gonna do this for like 2 weeks." And for me, I'm just like, "Okay," it's like tight. But like, I don't know. It's just something about that. Like I respect him just on a human level. Like our energy for each other is really nice. Like I don't even know if he should fuck with me just because I'm not as established as him. But he like sees something in me and is like trying to like keep me going because we have like similar aspirations and goals.
Yeah,
and,
that's nice. That's important.
Yeah, it's nice to have that relationship.
Yeah, the pastor was talking about that today. Trying to surround yourself with people who fan your flame.
Yeah.
Trying to give to because it's scary to dream.
100%.
We're bringing all these loops back together.
Dude, facts.
It's scary to dream in this bitch. So yeah, it's important to surround yourself with people who are also dreaming as well and who deem that acceptable and like normal and a worthwhile thing to do with your existence. Spend your time.
One more thread to weave is how we got into hip hop. We're talking about culturally relevant things because we had the Grammy CD in the car, and then when I heard Through the Wire, I was just like, "Yo, like, yeah, it was okay." So not only did I think it was better sounding music than country music, or like the only thing that I think really competes with hip hop in my mind is like there's sensational hits out of every genre that'll rock your world.
Nickelback.
Nickelback will rock your world sometimes.
Bottle.
Dude, yes, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna listen to that song on the way home now that he said that.
And the motherfucking.
I'm gonna have a moment.
Making my way downtown.
walking fast, paces fast, but they don't last. That's
fucking genius piano riff.
That song was actually on that CD. No lie.
Crush.
Yes. No. Yeah.
So hip hop, and then sorry, but some songs are just hits.
Yeah, like especially like love songs or like there's people like singing their soul out, singing their heart out, like no matter what they're in, that's a hit. But the sound structure of hip hop, the way that it's like made to kind of just be more surreal, and it's not made to be necessarily real instrument like writing, like the riff of the piano or the G chord progression of the guitar.
Yeah.
It's more like sample driven and more bass driven. Like that form of music, I was like, oh my gosh. And then, so first of all, I don't have to play the instrument all the time because the constraint of doing something logistically, I just didn't like playing the guitar. Like I wanted to make music, but just playing chords on the guitar, it wasn't like, imagine being like someone who wants to be an artist and they're telling you have to use chalk. And you're like, this isn't like, I want to draw things, but I don't want to draw them all in chalk. Mm-hmm. And then hip hop allowed me to just be like a painter. So you can just use like any paint, any color, anytime, any brush, and just make like whatever portrait you want. I was like, this is way more appealing. Mm-hmm. And so with that in mind, plus like singing is, I mean, you could T-paint everything. I'm getting better at singing, but like singing was hard. My dad was so critical when we were kids too. He's like a classically trained singer. So we sucked. And
garbage.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah, I was like Gordon Ramsay for real. No crap. We watched American Idol, but we saw how they all suck too. A lot of them. But it was cool being around someone that critical because I knew that I could make hip hop. I was like, dude, under the most critical lens, like I could T-pain or I could just rap and my voice sounds good, or I can like, channel energy. There's times when I'm really passionate and my voice is like shining through in that moment.
Yeah, it helps with the delivery.
Yeah, facts.
The true energy.
Yes. Dude. So like what I'm trying to say is that like hip hop didn't open up to us until it was kind of like the right thing to do. And I think like that's the thing about this pursuing that perfect craft for you to try to make a living with, is it's really illusory in that sense. And then it'll make you have to tell people I want to be a rapper, which is also going to be a whole fucking thing that I had to deal with,
Yep.
But and like you said, you don't want to be vulnerable, don't want to tell people your dream.
Yeah.
But fucking do it. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, and it's worth it. It's worth it to pursue that, because even if you're not within you're like, okay, well, you're saying to pursue a natural inclination, but like I'm not, my current job or wherever I'm at now, like my current life situation is not lining up with what I'm naturally aligned with. So like it's I don't even know how I would make that transition.
Same. Preach, brother.
No one knows. I'm letting everyone know. No one knows. Okay, so no one knows more than you.
And epiphany,
it's a scary thought to realize.
And no one can help you.
And no one can really help you more than you can help yourself.
No. Like I had that scary epiphany that if Jay-Z were going to tell us how to get on, it would just be him doing it all over again, but for us. Like he doesn't just like have a recipe or a formula. He's like, yeah, you cook it at 400 for 22 minutes. Yeah. No, like you have to you're going to have to do it every time that it happens for somebody. It's like a magic moment that you have to discover.
You gotta like transcend whatever the hell's going on in the meta to be able to be inducted into the meta. So everyone agrees that this is a thing that's going on, and this is something that's happening. We all accept that. It's weird because it's like we saw that happen, I guess, within like the realm of hip hop with like DaBaby and Jack Harlow over the last like 5-10 years, or I guess not even that long, like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like they both were like inducted into the meta. Now everyone knows who they are. If you listen to hip hop, you've definitely heard of those names for sure. But 5-6 years ago, it was definitely not the case.
No, not at all.
Not at all. So like how to get inducted into whatever meta you're trying to get into. You're trying to be like a cook, trying to like open up some restaurants and shit, trying to be a Michelin star chef. It's like, yeah, be inducted into that as well somehow. And no one really has a clear set way. I think everyone's set way is like kind of individualized for them.
Yes.
And like wherever you are, because like we kind of chose this hip hop and podcasting format, but this was like a long time in the making. This is like took a long time to get here. And we were definitely not here whenever like it started. Like I was out of college, working at a different spot. We were working at a different spot, and like this was all just like a kind of an idea. And then it just the idea, I guess we were working at the spot, but like in the back of our minds, the idea was just growing. We planted a seed of like we want to become these people who work together in some sort of business format. Ideally, making music, I guess, was kind of like we stumbled into that, and like just having that thought and like kind of not letting it die. I guess was like the only like just kept continually fostering that.
Yeah.
And then now it's blossomed into this. So I think wherever you are, you can just like kind of plant that seed. Hopefully we're planting it right now. Whatever you're trying to do, let's plant it right now. And then just don't let it die. Just don't let it die. Yeah. It's the only thing you got to do. Just keep watering it every day.
feed it in everything you do.
Yeah, because it's kind of scary. Because if you tell other people about it, they'll be like, "Oh, you're wasting your time watering that thing. You're wasting your time cultivating that thing, that seed.
What do you?
It ain't gonna grow."
Well, what do you want to do?
Dirt.
What do you? What is it that you're trying to? What would make you happy?
Me?
Yeah, I believe in you.
Who?
Like, I'm down. Like, I want to see you win. Like, whatever you're doing, like, dude, I'm all in with you. Like, we can get it, bro. Let's fucking get it, bro. Let's have a good ass day. I plan on making our dreams happen. It starts with whatever we're about to do right now.
Let's go.
That's
what you tell that person who's telling you
on their
to water
fucking
that.
head, pussy.
Yes.
For real, because it's like people have that natural crab instinct. Like, what are you doing? Why are you David Gogginsing right now?
Don't let it die. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's yours. It's yours. You choose. Yeah, I think just like, because we're not going to stop. Like, in this pursuit of this hip hop thing, this thing that I feel like is our natural inclination towards. It's just we've been going for so long. It's just like now it's like just who we are, and everyone will get there eventually if you just don't stop. It's like with working out. You just don't stop. Like, I've been going for so long now. It's just like I can't.
Yeah.
Like the progress, you will figure it out along that. However, whatever your timetable is, I think that's another thing is to try to remove a timetable. People get really stuck on that.
Because you want to.
I think it's too late. I think it's too late or too early or the timing's not right for whatever X, Y, or Z reason.
Well, you've got a lot of life left to live.
You got some life ahead of you.
You're gonna suffer a lot if you're bullshitting.
Yeah.
How do you plan?
So we're saying it's worth it. We're saying it's worth it to cultivate that seed and just never let it die. We believe in you.
Yeah. Facts.
Let's go.
Everybody's life has a calling. Like I think you have a purpose, or you could not do that if you don't want to. Like, you could just sit in the bland.
The choice is yours.
Yeah, the choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
No.
That's the adventure I think that Abraham was called to. Jordan Peterson talks about in the book of Abraham, Old Testament. The adventure. I
think in that parable he talks about the Hobbit too. It's the same thing, like being called to adventure out of the safe place. And I think like at everybody's deathbed, they're gonna wish they took the adventure. Everybody. You might even want to come back here to try again.
Yeah. Do it one more time.
So yeah, with that in mind, I think that like that tailor-made divine path that you could walk, where life is like perfectly carved out for something you'd enjoy maximally, like, yeah, it's worth it. It's so worth it. It's crazy. It's nirvana described by the Buddhists. It's heaven on earth. Like, there's moments where you find perfect peace, perfect zen.
Yeah, coming into your dharma, the thing you're supposed to be doing.
There we go. That's that talk, Justin.
Yeah. It's that dharma talk. We should know about that dharma.
Yeah, for real though. And then like becoming like not maximized, but like not fulfilled, but like actualized. Like you're walking in your purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to do. And like your whole life kind of makes sense. Like that thing, pursue that thing, pursue that thing, pursue that thing. Some people are living that life right now. Like right now, that's their life every day.
Yeah, it's doing it.
Sometimes it's me.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. It's nice. It's crazy. It's like things you can kind of feel whenever you're on that shit. Like you're doing your things and like things are the coincidences. I call them crossovers. It's like things will be just, you'll be doing something in your own life. It's like, for example, we were watching the Gordon Ramsay show in our own life on our own accord. And then we went to work like a couple of days later. And then it was just like brought up just naturally in conversation. It's like a crazy, it's like, oh yeah, have y'all been watching that, has anyone seen that Gordon Ramsay show, the new one, blah, blah, blah? We're like, yeah. And he's like, okay, yeah, a couple episodes, they went to this vineyard. It was a Chimney Rock vineyard, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's like, and then he was like talking, using that as a reference point to talk about this wine that he was presenting to us at work. But like, the Gordon Ramsay show and like him saying those things are like two completely separate events. But like, me being the middleman, I'm able to determine that like, no, that's not just two separate random events. Like the fact that they're crossing over in my life. Like I consider that to be meaningful coincidence that like I'm like kind of doing the right thing. I'm rain dancing myself into a positive direction.
If you're in the perfect place at the perfect time, I mean, what more guidance do you have to walk with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like all we got sometimes.
That's all it is, man. We're walking with a blindfold.
Yes.
A lot of shit's walking with a blindfold.
Shit isn't what it seems, bro.
It's even worse than walking with a blindfold. There's like a lot of distractions and a lot of false truths out there. And people who think they know what the hell's going on.
It's a feeling process. Like, you feel where to go. You know what's right. Right's right, wrong's wrong. Like,
yeah, I think Marcus Aurelius had a quote. I forget where I saw it, but I think it was as simple as something to the effect of, if it's wrong, don't do it. And if it's not true, don't say it. Something like that.
That's high discipline living.
Yeah. It was like, Shoo!
Yeah,
And
do
we gotta
that.
dive into that a little bit more. It's like, okay, gotta break that one down.
I realize your life's an expression of what you love and what you like respect.
Your values.
Yeah, your life's just an expression of your values.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, bro.
Damn. Yeah, I think we're all kind of personifications of time and values, I guess. Right? How what you spend your time doing, and kind of what you spend your time doing is going to be based on your values.
That's deep. It just had me messed up because I was like, I guess my values. What I want to say is like, what will you stand up for? Like, what do you like care deeply enough about that like you'll stand up for? Or like, what do you respect? Like, what did you see in your life that moved you enough that like you'll stand up for that, or like you won't let something happen, or like I don't know how to explain it. Like, what would draw you forward? That's what it is. It's like, so what do you care about enough that it would draw you forward? Your life is an expression of that, just like naturally. Maybe nothing draws you forward, and your life's an expression of that. But like the things that do call you forward, like your life's going to be an expression of like your commitment to that, or your respect for those things, or like your love for that game, or that like your passion for that craft, like
And your belief.
or your lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, like you're going to express that over time, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why being man,
It gets deep out here, y'all.
it's deep. That's why like
It's just deeper than just waking up every day. It's crazy out here. Oh yeah, and back to kind of and touch on something that we mentioned earlier. It's so deep, and no one knows what the fuck's going on, y'all. No one knows what's going on. No one. No one.
You sound like you've got a clue.
I have a decent inkling.
But that came from a
But
place.
that's it.
Came from a place where you realize nobody knows.
Yeah, it came from Well, once you figure that out, it's like, oh, no one can really tell me what I have to do exactly for me to be happy, or like not even be happy, but to be within my dharma and like executing my life in a way that's like in alignment with like the best possible one I could be doing right now, or with what I've got.
But you would know.
Wait, what was that, sorry?
Like no one can tell you, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you would know.
Yeah, you would feel it.
Yes.
Because life's a feeling process. We mentioned that multiple times.
And then that's the thing you move on. It's like what you feel because of what you know.
Yeah.
And then that honesty of earning your own self-respect is really important because you'll have like a bullshit perception of what's really going on. You could think you're great when you're not. Or you could think the situation's terrible when it's not. Like if you remove the blindfolds to view objective reality well, then it's like really easy to lock in.
It's a skill.
Then what you feel is true. Or you can at least be closer to it.
Yeah, try to calibrate that truth.
And then like what you feel also is like, man, what you feel is easier than what you know sometimes, because you might be like, I should do this. Everything points to I should do this, but it feels wrong. And then like sometimes that gut feeling is more right than the science, which is why I think life's a feeling process. You got to move with like everything you know and everything you feel all at one time. It's crazy.
Man, we're in space.
Dude, one more space thought, and then we can get out of space.
Martians.
Dude, okay, this is a legit space thought I've been rolling over in my head.
Okay, I love it.
Fuck. Hold on. We're so far in space, it's eluding me right now because I'm trying to bring it up. It's the resistance is real. The resistance will try to stop you from doing this shit.
Yeah, from making those breakthroughs. Getting to that next level.
What were we just talking about?
Whatever that next level is. We were just talking about something about
space travel.
We were in space because we were talking about you are a personification of time and your beliefs and the way you spend your time and your
what you're called
values and your self-respect, calibrating your bullshit meter.
Yes. So you can take the lights on so you can see objective reality for what it is. Boom, we're back. Okay. So the thing about objective reality is that like a lot of people will say that like you're living in a perception of a perception. Everything's just perception. Like that guy who said that thing that was kind of like fucked up, like, man, he might not even meant to fucked up. Maybe I'm like a pussy and I can't take a joke. And then like there's like a lot of ways to like view a lot of situations because of perception. Yeah. Okay, like that's like yin yanged by the fact that like objective reality is objective. Like some like things happened. Like you could run the film on the day. And you could run everybody's film from like that perspective of like, you know, in your own heart, whether you're on your bullshit or not, or like what you said or what you meant, or like people can be so self-deluded and like detached from actually knowing like what's going on with their energy and their thoughts. And maybe they say stuff that they don't mean. Like that could happen too. But like regardless, like there is objective reality. And then you can have a perception of objective reality that like you think is locked up. Like you think like, I know what's going on here, and I act this way because of those reasons, and like that's justifiable under these reasons. Like I'm a good person, I'm acting correctly, I'm pursuing my goal. It's probably gonna happen for me. Okay, like, dude, like 3% of people that pursue being in the NFL are in the NFL, and I think like part of the reason that there's only like that few people in the NFL is because there's a big fall off on what the objective reality for what it takes to do that thing and like what people think it takes to do that thing. And the closer your perception is to objective reality, the higher your energy and vibration can be. If you really know like what is really going on, what the real truth of the matter is, and like you can see with clarity, like outside of your own delusions and outside of your own biases, like what the truth in these matters are, then you can understand what it actually takes to get where you're going, or you can understand what like, how do I actually overcome my bullshit? And like the more clear your perception is of what actually goes on, then that transcends your energy higher and more upwards. And I think that's like a scale that people get stuck in sometimes, is that like they think they're doing great, but like your perception of objective, like take some mushrooms, because that's going to show you what's really going on in your life. And then you'll have a much more based objective reality. Like you can be like, oh dude, I've been lying a lot. Like I lie every day to everybody.
I've been embellishing a lot of things.
Yes.
Or whatever.
I tell my girlfriend all the time I'm leaving when I'm not leaving. I don't know why I do that. Like, yeah, I'm out the door and I'm still fucking drinking a beer. Like, I'm never where I'm supposed to be with my boss. Like, there's a lot of little shit you can see. Like, I'm super detached from what's actually going on in any given moment. And like, there's a lot of contradictions within myself. All of that shit, like, so I'll be talking to somebody and they have all those contradictions in themselves. And they're like, I think that this because of that, because my perception of this. And I'm like, that's cool. You can think that, but like, you're really far from objective reality. And that's gonna be a barricade for you to getting to where you want to be. Like if you want to be in the NFL, you better get all those barricades out of the way for what is your perception of objective reality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks.
Good shit, dog.
That's what I've been thinking about like the last week or so, or it just like it appears to me because I'm like, all these people think they're right, and then I have my own perception of what I think is right, and I think I'm like closer to what I think is right. But like, what validates that perception? I'm like, all these people are dealing with their own convoluted bullshit of whatever it would mean for this person to have said that thing or not said this thing. They all have their own point that they're trying to prove by whether or not what they're saying right now in contradiction like to what happened. Like this person might be trying to give that guy a break so he seems like a good guy. And this guy might be trying to say he didn't really mean that because he doesn't want to feel bad that he agreed with that guy in that moment. And then this guy might agree with that guy because he's got his own dad issues going on and he's going to take it out in this moment. It's like all weird. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I know what happened. He made a weird joke and it was kind of hurtful. And then he walked away. Like, I saw that. Everybody saw that. Why are we acting like that's not what happened? You couldn't feel that energy in that moment? Why are we all palpitating some kind of weird debate about what happened? I saw what happened. Yeah. But it's because I don't know if anybody else is living in the objective reality that I'm living in.
Yeah, we're all, I guess, trying to make living in our own perception, and then we have like a perception of our perception of how close we are to objective reality. Or is it maybe just tied into it? Either way, because I think you definitely hit the nail on the head with that. Because everyone thinks they're right from their perspective. Yes. They're like, oh, he cut me off. He did this to me. Like they expressed this emotion towards me in this manner to get me to feel this way. Yes. This was their intention. Fuck that. Yep. Fuck you and fuck that. Yep. And it's like they're right whenever they have that response through their own deductive reasoning that I just went through. They're like, the logical response is fuck you and fuck that. Okay, I accept.
They wouldn't do it if it wasn't that.
Yeah, but
you could be really far from objective reality.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, in that moment, they are so doubling down on the idea that I am aligned with objective reality in this moment. It is correct to say fuck you and fuck that. But then someone who is like a little bit more emotionally intelligent might be like, well, I might be just misconstruing their intentions, and like ultimately at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Sure. so like, sure. And just move on. Yep. But some people are so caught up in whatever to like they have to express that. There's like maybe they don't even really want to because it's a lot of it's much more energy expenditure to express the emotion of like the fuck them and fuck that, to give that energy outwards is much more energy expenditure than to just like I might be misconstruing, they might be going through whatever, give them the benefit of the doubt, and even if they are trying to defend me, I don't give a fuck. Like that's way less energy.
Part of that is though is that might be off base from objective reality. It's like there might be a person that legitimately, like you would have to have emotional intelligence, right? And like you'd have to watch it for a little bit, be observant, be aware. But you can tell if somebody's like going out of their way to like engage with your energy And then after a while, I think like the energy expenditure of ignoring it becomes more costly than like setting a boundary. And I think,
in certain instances for sure.
So then, but then like some people get stuck in the perception of like, I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not trying to set boundaries. Even I would get stuck in the like, it's just easier to just not deal with it.
100%.
But then like your energy becomes higher and more massive. I think when you do like, you're more basic, like, okay, this is a problem. Like I should deal with this one.
Yeah.
Because it's important for me to have teeth. It's important for me to set boundaries. People need to see me in my position set boundaries so that they know a role model sets boundaries. Like, it's bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? And then once you accept the role of like doing the right thing in based objective reality, then your energy gets more massive. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, I think that's part of the dance is like staying tapped. It's like, I'm too tight with my money. That's objective reality. Like, I could spend a little bit more money on like my clothes, or like I can afford to get a nicer car. Like, there's that objective reality where you should step into that, and then life will get better for you. And there's other times where it's like, I spend way too much money. Like, objectively, I'm fucking hemorrhaging. Like, I need to fast financially. Like, I've been there too. And then when you do that, things get better. So like, you can live in a lot of lies, but it's gonna, if you have a dream, eliminate those lies, because it's weird in this weird transcendental way. Like, when you see life for more for what it really is, your energy becomes more expansive, and that takes you closer to your goal. I think it makes you more, not more attractive like hot, but like more attractive like a
magnet.
Like a magnet, yeah, like a wider,
like a higher frequency vibration.
Yes.
If you speak that speak.
And if you want to get somewhere where you're not, and you want to like travel through space to get there, like take your frequency high. That's how you do it. In my opinion. I don't fucking know. We'll find out.
Yes.
We'll find out.
That's some law of attraction talk.
Yeah, it's something I think it's a nuanced perspective, because I'm not like, I want a bike. There's a bike. I'm like, become massive, become attractive, become like flow state, be water, like open to opportunity. Like, I already have what I want. Stop wanting it so much. Just be patient.
Yeah, enjoy the ride.
Yes, like those things take you to where you want to go.
Yeah, setting those goals. Daydreaming, visualizing, really trying to embody that frequency and embody that emotion and embody that thing that you're trying to be.
Yeah. Those
feelings that you're trying to feel. That person that you're trying to want to become. Dress for the job you want kind of shit.
Yeah. And also it's crazy. Like the other day I just got dressed and I got in my car and I was like, what the fuck am I on? Like, I just got a haircut. It was like a new shirt and I was just feeling so yoked. And I was just like, who am I? Like, who is this? Like, I know who I am, but it's just crazy to me that we got to this point. Like, it's crazy to me we got to this point.
We just keep going, too. It's crazy. It's because it's crazy to us, Matthew and myself, to be these people. But because I guess everyone only knows you from whenever you meet them. So they only know the person that you present them whenever you meet them. So, like, if you were to have known us, like, whenever we were kids, like, we were, like, not... Like, we were like skinny and like fat kids. Like, we were like not the people that we are, like, been going to the gym for 10 years ish. You know what I'm saying?
No.
That was definitely not like, you have a different self respect for yourself. Like, so like the person that we're introducing now is definitely like a different kind of person. So it's definitely weird to us to be these kind of people and to like be like, who is this new version of me?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of feels that probably within themselves every probably like 4, 5, 6 years. You're like, probably it's like a checkpoint. Like when you're 18 or 24 and 30.
Yeah.
You're like, who am I now? It's like I have a whole different like kind of philosophy. I have a whole different like kit, like whole different gear in this video game now. Like, I live somewhere different. I drop something different. I do things different on a day to day.
Yeah. It was really rewarding because I was like, God, the process is working. Like, I'm becoming who I want to be. This is so tight. Like,
I always dreamed of being someone like this.
Yes. Because like, I feel like it's not that we weren't like superstars. I feel like we were super respectful kids and like always like good to be around. Like, we gelled with everybody or anybody and we always had fun. We were always having so much fun, right? But like,
good kids. We were pretty chill.
Yeah.
Kind of like some normal trouble, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but we're chilling.
Nothing crazy.
And I don't know, man. It's just sometimes we're in a cut and we're just like balling. We look like rock stars. And it's like, whoa. And then I'm presenting like that thing in that moment. And it's kind of trippy because it's all this process of me like deciding to do this thing and trying to have like this transient attractive energy like I was just speaking on. And then like really making a lot of sacrifices and like learning discipline, learning honesty. Now I'm learning patience. Like these temples are a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? Pardon my language, but like these things aren't easy things to learn. Like I really be putting myself through it to try to, like I want it better than anybody. Like you have to meet me at the rim. Thank God I play with this guy.
I want an enhanced life experience, please.
Yeah, like I'm willing to do. Greatness has a price. Like I'm down to pay it.
Yeah.
And
I want that adventure.
Yes. Man, all that to say, I don't know. I just got excited. I got real impassioned right there.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what we're talking about.
oh yeah, so then we're like kids, just like, you know, just like, I don't want to say like normalized kids, but like kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we just like really were willing to go that hard for it. And then when I look up sometimes and I'm just like, dude, Justin looks like a fucking rock star today. Like he's crushing. He's crushing, dude. I can't believe he said that in Smash Magazine. Like that shit's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's cool. It's like, I guess I'm preaching for the process. Like do the process because it's the coolest shit in the world. That's what I'm trying to say. We're
definitely big students of the process of trying to manifest something, trying to law of attraction your way into some shit, like follow some Big Sean philosophy. That was a big foundational stone. And I guess Jordan Peterson, but yeah, definitely Big Sean in the regard of trying to manifest something. Like his story is crazy how he came up in like kind of a chance way of meeting Kanye West at a radio station and then getting signed. And he has a whole bunch of like motivational stuff, like clips on YouTube that like were really, really like big for us, like on patience and on fear and on like imagination. And like, yeah, getting to that frequency, like of like not wanting the car, but like driving the car, like trying to manifest that.
Yeah,
he's a big proponent of that. So we're in that same school. So we'll let y'all know how it goes. It's going pretty well.
It's been going well.
I enjoy it.
It looks great. Results look great so far.
It's like Russ. Russ is the same thing.
Yeah,
100%. If y'all listen to those people, that's kind of the same kind of shit we're on.
Yeah.
And read the book The Alchemist. They're all real big into that. The Alchemist and Seven Spiritual Laws.
Yeah, we're trying to think about why I like the book The Alchemist so much. I was just thinking about this last week. There's just a lot of things in there that like difficult pills to swallow that it helps you swallow. Like for one, like working in the glass shop forever, it's a difficult pill to swallow. That you're gonna have to work for somebody else for a really long time before you can do your own shit.
Get good at it too.
Get good at some shit you'll never do again.
Yeah.
I'm so good at some shit I'll never do again as soon as we make it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I went to college. Never gonna do that thing again.
I'm sorry.
Hopefully I quit this shit. We never do this again.
The level of arbitrariness is absurd. You know? And then you have to go through the desert. Another hard pill to swallow. Go through the desert forever, bro.
Someone's gonna steal your shit.
Get your ass.
As soon as you get to the fucking spot, whatever. I forget the exact chronological order, but he gets his shit stolen.
As soon as you find your treasure, you're gonna get riled.
And that too.
Yeah.
You're gonna get wrecked.
Sucks, bro. It's ass.
It's a great book, but it's like it's a part of like the starter kit. I don't know how to describe it. Like the not woke starter kit. That word's kind of lost. Its lust.
It lost its lust for sure. When we were in college.
The idea of someone who's looking beyond what is just presented in the physical, tangible world and trying to look underneath that for the first language, that thing we were talking about. We talked about it on an interview. But like like for us, seeing 38s everywhere was like a big validating indicator that we were doing the right thing in the right place, like thinking the right things and doing the right actions to put us in a place where we synchronistically saw a 38 on like a clock or a license plate or like a billboard or something random.
I saw so many this week.
So many 38s.
I saw so many this
week. So many
week.
Shit like that.
I'm not doing a bit.
That first language thing is like in The Alchemist. But yeah, it's going to go on 38
We just
everywhere.
talked about it in the interview and it just bombarded my HUD.
Really?
Like everywhere. Like to the point where I can't ignore it. Because I will ignore numbers now. I'm like I said in the podcast, I'm kind of past that. But it was just unexplainable amount. It's crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that. And like that first language, like that reading The Alchemist helped us conceptualize the idea of a first language, of something that you can use like that. There's coincidences in your life.
And and then like cross culturally, like it's following the white rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. It's like or like in the Matrix, the white rabbit is Trinity. But like it's like symbolically she has a white rabbit tattoo. But like same thing, he has to like walk away from the blandness and then follow like the adventure more or less down the rabbit hole. Yeah. And I think that's like life will give you white rabbits. Like it's nice when they're a symbol. Like 38 was not just numbers, but it was like a symbol. And like 4-leaf clovers are another symbol. It's nice when it's like iconography literally because it's like easy to track that. But like another thing that The Alchemist really touches on that's important to note is like using those symbols, using your feeling process to navigate through the world. Your feeling process is what takes it. Like he has these white and black balls and he'll just like, when he gets to the point where it's like, he can't just feel it out. It's like a 50-50. He's got to ask a question. He's just got to go with his gut. He just will pull out like the white ball. And then he's like, all right, I'm going this way. That's what it's like heads or tails almost. And there's something too that just like trust in the jump off the cliff. Like My gut knows what to do. My gut knows what to do. My gut doesn't know what to do. What do I do? That? Okay, do it. Like blindfold walking type shit.
Yeah.
And that's what all this is gonna cost, a lot of that. So I think that's why The Alchemist is like baseline book, because it highlights like you're gonna have to use that methodology to get where you're going.
Yeah, and the treasure is like within to some degree.
Right where you started.
Yeah, right there. You got it. Having that internal joy, I think, also like ultimately, like because it doesn't really matter what you do on a day-to-day external if you're like internally like just fucking suffering. Like it doesn't matter really how successful you are or how much you have or what you got reputation-wise if like you're miserable. Fuck that.
So true.
So like in order to have like the true self joy, it's like I think that's one of the things that the Alchemist alludes to a little bit. The internal joy. I think you get that internal joy by gaining your self-respect and doing something that you want to actually do every day and getting nasty at it.
Yeah. My internal, yeah. Wow.
To wrap it all up.
That's it right there. Because, yeah, it's in pursuit of that thing that I find my, like, self-respect, my joy, that internal joy is like, I know I'm doing everything I can.
Mm.
I know I'm doing everything I can, bro. Even by the terms of today's crazy people, by the David Goggins of the world and the Jordan Petersons of the world, the people that take it to like the ultimate extreme limit, like even in places where I think their company, they would respect some of the shit that I would like toss around in conversation. Or if they were to pull up my fucking Pokedex and look at what the fuck I've been doing, be like, yeah, bro, I'm really about that. Like my schedule's insane. You guys know what an insane schedule's like, you know?
Yeah, we go crazy.
Insane. And like,
we gotta maintain our human the whole time throughout that.
So kind of like, I don't know, man. That's what makes I have internal joy in that. That's where I find my peace. I couldn't find my peace like knowing that maybe it would be me. Maybe like I'm not, or I guess the underlying thought is like I'm not good enough, or I would pursue it. Like that's for somebody else. Like not my family, not the people that were born by my parents. Like not someone from my side of town. Like it's like
those limiting beliefs.
Yeah. It's like why not us? Why not you? That voice is too powerful.
Yeah. It's just a matter of perspective. It's like why us or why not us?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of shifting.
Dude, that why not us mentality comes from how much I love y'all too. I'm like, why not him?
Why not?
Why not? What the fuck? Who? Who then?
Whom?
We find out what they do. And if they earn my respect, then I'll have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But like,
I'm down to learn.
Yeah.
For more craftsmen.
Let me get in there.
Yes.
So that's us.
Yeah, been a good Sunday.
Great Sunday.
August 38th. Sheesh. I can't see. What time are we at? I can't even see it.
I think an hour and 40.
Okay, nice. That's good. You want to round it out? Wrap it up for the beautiful
anything
people?
Culturally going on you want to wrap on?
Cultural things. All I can think about is Wembanyama.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That's all I can think about. Wembanyama has been drafted by the Spurs now. It's official. There are murals going up in the city. The city's on fire. Everyone loves it. Even talked about it at church today.
It's culturally the hottest thing in the world.
Yeah, he's going to restaurants in the city. He's having dinner with Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, David Robinson. He's doing the ting.
Yeah, they were at Upscale last night.
I'm really excited
with Pop.
for him.
Shameless plug for a good restaurant.
That's tied with Pop. Pop's
just like, reservation for 2. Private room.
That man likes his fucking wine. I'll tell you what. I know he likes his wines.
You said that in the last podcast, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, a ton of people love wine. Like, why Pop? Why did you bring him up? And then in my mind, I was like, well, everybody's got to love something. And then now we're talking about Pop took Wembanyama to fucking Upscale to have wine. So crazy, bro.
I know he has some good wine with him.
Got me fucked up, bro.
It's crazy. That's been going on in culture. Oh, that submarine thing happened with the Titanic.
Everybody's talking about that shit.
That gained so much playtime.
Why do y'all care so much
Screen
about that?
time? There we go. That's the word.
Traction? Screen time.
Yeah. What the hell? That was everywhere. It's like, wait, what? What's going on? Why don't they... At first I was like... Because I think the information that I got at first was that they were lost.
Right.
Was that what's going on?
They lost communication.
Okay, that's what it was. Because in my mind I was like, wait, they're lost. Why don't they just like... bloop? Just like, oh shit, we lost. Okay, let's go back up and try it again.
Did y'all lose which way upward was?
Yeah. Like,
we can't tell what up is. We're fucking fucked.
They're really fucked.
We are so deep.
They lost like everything.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, it was, but I guess one of the more revealing information pieces was that they were, I guess the safety protocol for the machine was not kind of like up to standard for the PSI that they were going to be attempting to reach. And they still pushed it through anyway?
Yeah, they were like, we're going.
I heard that. I'm not sure how true that is, but that's speculation floating around.
It sounds like a great narrative.
The machine is like, oh yeah, it wasn't going to make 4,000 feet. It wasn't going to do that. It's like, oh, well, then why the hell did y'all go? You know? But rich people just trying to spend money, have a good time, have an experience, enriching their lives.
They were exploring something. They were searching for something.
The Titanic.
I thought it was for science.
The Titanic.
Right.
I'm not sure if it was for science. Exactly.
Like, what do they know the Titanic's down there. Like, what do they go down there for?
To go check it out.
No way.
Say what's up.
It's so silly, bro. No way. That's what happened here.
I don't know. And then and then if that's all true, then why this gain so much damn traction? National news.
It feels like it's a publicity stunt.
For something.
It feels like someone put a bunch of marketing money into this story. Because why the fuck?
They're gonna make a movie.
It's like we care.
I'm sorry, that's fucked up.
Is it like we care? It's like we're going to space.
Yeah.
I'd care way more about that.
Yeah, I think there's less known about the bottom of the oceans than.
But they weren't really going
Mars
down to
and
find
shit.
out more about the legends of the ocean, were
I
they?
don't think they were particularly going down there to really confirm anything about the ocean floor. I think they were just going to see the Titanic. At least that's the information I have. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Maybe there's like a door in the Titanic to another world.
Maybe there might be a fucking portal in the bottom of the ocean somewhere to get to outer space.
Bro.
That's how the aliens get
Bro.
here.
Could be.
I've seen some shit like that.
How fucked up is it that we don't know?
No one knows what's going on down there.
What? What year is it?
2023, I'm pretty sure.
And we don't know
By whatever standard we're using.
Why don't we know what's on the bottom of the ocean? Because the pressure's too high, right?
Yeah, we can't. I don't think we have the. I guess theoretically we don't have the technology, the equipment to explore that deep of a water pressure.
I had this question in elementary school, and they told me that it was because the pressure's too high. It breaks all the shit.
That makes sense to me.
And there's no oxygen.
That's
down
what happened to
there,
the damn sheesh.
dude. So like, that's like a really good failsafe by like God or the aliens or oceans. Like,
Oceans, they're about to get us those sons of bitches.
they've been collaborating for millennia.
The salty fucks.
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's a
weird loophole, right?
Yeah.
It's a weird, like, I guess, caveat within the existence of an Earth. It's like, y'all have to stay on this sphere. There's no oxygen outside of the sphere. You can't live outside of the sphere, and like, you can't go into the bottom of it either. It's too heavy for you. It's too deep. It's too much pressure.
And we even found
It'll kill you.
we got to the moon, like no oxygen up there, but we just took little bubbles of oxygen on
We
big.
figured that shit out.
Yeah,
somehow.
exactly. We know exactly what's going on up there.
In 1969.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 60 years ago, 50 years ago, something like that. And
Yeah.
so now, but we still don't know what the bottom. In fact, the closest we've come is this bullshit news story about, I don't even know what's going on. They're exploring the Titanic. They weren't. I want someone to be like, we're gonna go deeper than anyone's ever gone in the most highly fish populated area of the ocean and just see what kind of fish are down there. Because I think if you just find some freakish fucking fish, like that would change our perception of the ocean for sure.
People are doing that. People's jobs are doing that. I'm sure. I kind of want to look it up.
That's kind of tight, right?
Yeah, because I remember seeing a story on Instagram, or I think on one of the social medias, but somebody was doing that, and then they saw like not a portal, but like he described it as he saw a body of water at the bottom of the ocean. He's like, "What the hell is that? Like, what?" And like he couldn't. They try to like go into it, but it wouldn't go through their sub. Some shit like that.
See, that's crazy.
The aliens. That's how they get here. I don't know.
Justin's. If they're here, that's definitely one way they could be here because we don't know.
Yeah. How the fuck?
It's crazy.
Yeah. God knows.
So yeah, the ocean's crazy.
T's and P's to those
the way
families.
it wrapped up, I think, was they lost communication. They were like, "Are y'all good?" It was like, yeah, and then they were like, "Well, that's not good."
Well,
and then they had like 40 hours of oxygen left, and then everyone was kind of hoping that they would like surface. Hey, made it back to above 2,000,
Whatever.
C meters or whatever the fuck.
C meters.
And we're good now.
Theometers.
Never, sorry, forgot we were British. But yeah, no, that did not happen. they never
Never made it back.
So maybe they
T's and
went
P's.
through the portal.
T's and P's.
Could be in outer space.
I guess apparently they found some of the wreckage of the craft. but
Not in outer space.
I don't think they found the bodies though. But who knows?
What? Well, that science pressure. I get it. There's no bodies.
God knows what happened. Who knows? But man, yeah, it's crazy life. People going. That's some current events for everyone.
At any
I'm
rate,
sure y'all heard about
I
that
am sad
shit.
that somebody's like fucking family member. That
Yeah,
sucks.
T's and P's.
T's and P's.
Oh man, love. They need love and truth right now. It's all right. You gotta get through it. We'll get through it.
I think that was brave.
Yeah.
I think it was brave of them to want to go explore and be willing to put their life on the line. It sucks that they died.
Yeah.
I don't want people to actually die. Just,
Eventually, a nice peaceful death.
the cough button. Yeah,
When is your time?
One more current event. Come on.
So Wimby, the
What's
Titanic
going on
thing.
culturally?
What's going on in life right now?
Novak Djokovic won more tennis titles than anybody else of all time.
Djo?
Yes. He's
Wow.
he's got like 24. I think he's 23 or 24.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's won more than anybody.
What a beast.
Monster.
What a beast.
He's actually putting his name down as maybe one of the greatest.
Where's he from? Croatia?
Yes, right.
I'm not 100% on that. I'm kind of just like completely
Croatia's
guessing out of my ass. Just based on what I thought his flag may have looked like one time in a memory.
And the problem is that you planted that idea in my head, and whatever my inspired idea is now, oh, you got it?
I'm going to look it
Okay.
up.
No, but so I followed him since high school because anytime I go on a plane, I just pick up like Men's Fitness magazine to like just have a magazine to read because they're like fun, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right.
Oh,
or
he's
not.
from Serbia.
Serbia. I want to say Serbia.
What? He's from Serbia and so is Jokic.
Yep, I thought maybe I was forcing it. 'cause
What?
of that,
That's
but-
tight. Shout out Serbs.
right? Let's go, Serbia. The Serbs. Shout out Serbs.
All the Serbs.
Facts. Y'all's cultural icons are going ham right now.
Y'all are going off.
going crazy.
Damn. That's what's up.
Yeah, he had like a main feature, and they were asking him about like why is he being so successful right now, and he was like, I just changed my diet a lot recently, so like
Really?
I have to eat all this food now. I think he was just doing a gluten-free diet, but he was describing like low carb, gluten-free. But then he was kind of like, I think committing myself to like being so disciplined with my food, it makes all of my work ethic like more intense, because now when I'm training, I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm so committed. Like if I'm not gonna waste a day of training because I just ate healthy for like a whole week. So
yeah.
it all kind of compounds. Like now this workout matters more because I ate healthy. Now I gotta eat healthy because I worked out really hard. But he's like, oh, that's really good for my mind. Like I'm in rare form right now.
I'm nasty.
Yeah.
I'm nasty.
And I was like, I was so moved as a kid, and also I needed to lose weight. So I was like, okay, like there's two birds, one stone. I can get nasty and I can lose this weight. I just got to compound my decisions on each other like that. And then he was my favorite tennis player after that. I was just like rooting for that guy, and he was maybe like third or fourth in the world at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So it was nice to like someone that wasn't the best,
Yeah, behind like Federer and Nadal.
Yeah, exactly. And then he ended up winning like 23 or 24.
Now
So
Djo's nasty.
yeah, he might end up being
Serbian.
a bigger name than both of them, which is crazy.
That's tight. Hell yes. Another cultural event for y'all. I love it.
If he wins the next Open, he'll have his first Grand Slam ever, which is where you win off. There's 4 major tournaments, one every quarter, but it's really hard to win 4 consecutive in a calendar year. They call it a Grand Slam, and he's been 2 times he had 3 and didn't win the 4th.
Oh,
And so he's like 1-3, and he's going for the 4th right now.
again.
And he's like, dude, if he takes it, he could retire. He'd have the record for the most title slams and have a Grand Slam to finish his career. Be like, I'm out, bitches.
Goated. I'm goated, bitch.
I'm going. Hall of Fame resume submitted. So
That's tight.
if you got a little
Shout
money,
out Djo.
and you see, like, the other thing with tennis is just watch injuries. Like if all the reports are that he's training well and he looks like in rare form, like they're talking about him like he looks hot. Fucking, I put some money down on Djo to win the Grand Slam. Like if you do it early, because tennis tournaments are so big, you can win a lot of money because there's like a fuck ton of people in there.
Go put a futures down. Djo to win his shit, win the Grand Slam. You're welcome.
Thanks later.
Yes, bro. Well, shit, man. Hopefully y'all's day was brightened and lightened. A
Yeah.
little entertained.
Love you guys. Damn,
Picking you up. We believe in you.
We got deep.
We're going in. We're kind of in outer space, but thank you for bearing with us. More music on the way, more podcasts, more clips. Check out all the interviews. Everything is posted on the socials. We're blowing up.
For sure.
You already know.
DM us any questions you want to hear on the pod.
Yeah, nice. I was going to say, maybe, we are MJ38 at gmail.com. Just email us some stuff there with the subject line or like the subject header of, I don't know, Ask MJ38.
Yeah, Ask MJ38. It's great.
Hashtag Ask MJ38 on Twitter. We'll get that going.
Facts.
Ask us questions. We are MJ38 or Gmail.
Yes. Or just DM me too. Instagram. Yeah, Instagram's super easy sometimes. I'll be right there.
I love it.
Hell yeah. Let's go. I love you guys.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where